Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Kieran, chosen to bowl this afternoon. What was the decision behind that?
Like it has been the whole season, not really sure whether to bat or bowl first. So I thought we'd have a bowl. We chased 2 totals down in the past couple of games. So yeah, we'll hopefully do that again tonight. I'm sure it'll be a good wicket and yeah, see where we're at.
And look, for the team, it's been a great performance this season so far. And for you personally, 142 balls only a few days ago. What a great achievement that is.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been nice to get some runs, and like you said, we've had 2 really good wins on the bounce. So hopefully get some momentum, as they say in this comp, and we could put a couple more on the board this weekend.
Thank you, Kieran.
Cheers, thanks, mate.
And Brett, batting first this afternoon, completely different conditions to what it was only a week ago.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's imperative that we adapt to those conditions moving forward. So yeah, we'll be trying to do that with the bat tonight.
And any changes coming into this evening, or is it exactly the same as it was?
No, exactly the same team. Obviously, good performance last game, so try and keep that flow going and that rhythm going.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
And into a very gentle breeze. Bowled him! What a start for Tom Taylor. A little bit of swing back into the right-handed Davies. Clips the top of the off bail. And the Rapids fans on their feet early.
It just curled in a little bit right at the death. And Davis, it must be said, is hanging back. That was a front foot ball, maybe kept a fraction low. But you've got to get forward. It was no pace, and you've got to be...
Edged this time, just wide of first slip, down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, Webster with his casual approach, as you just pointed out there, Dooley thinks, well, this is... Well, there's a chance of a run out here, Dooley, isn't there? Oh my gosh! What? Ow!
It's turned away nicely around the corner, and it should race down to the boundary for 4. It does, so welcome boundary for the Bears. How's your knuckleball coming along?
And you take that risk.
Beautifully played. Great use of the feet from Yates down the ground. How does the captain feel when gets it past backward point? That'll be 4 more. Couple of boundaries for Yates in the 4th over. That will end the over with
captain in the Lions as we speak, who is a big miss for us in this format. But there's very good players coming through. I mean, Vance Janney, who's playing in the team here.
That's through. Just timing from Rob Yates, and he just looks as if he's up in the ante, trying to make the most. This time short. Hay manages to squeeze it past, short, fine, welcome boundary. This has turned into a good over for the Bears.
Yeah.
Goes again, this time it's a chance and it's taken. Sam Hain trying to go again, this time a different part of the ground.
Maybe does he go across too much and gets a little bit of a leaning edge, maybe comes across it with the bat trying to go over mid-on. The Rapids will take it. Get rid of the danger man, Hain.
It's just timing. Man out in the deep. It's very square of the wicket. Barnard knows that. He knows he has to get it straight. Well, I think that's a fine edge. Yes, it is. That is excellent stuff from Azam Amir. Just the finest of edges.
Serious delivery this, or maybe I would say, but watch this, a delivery that drifts, turns a little bit. It's an excellent piece of keeping. Robert Croft is licking his lips at that delivery.
1 please, yes, cash in and out.
That's true. bit of sloppiness in the field. But what to do, man in the deep one's not going to be able to get round. A good start to the over.
Oh, that's hit hard and straight. Is there a fielder out there? No, there isn't. What a terrific shot that is from Yates. Oh, that's what a beauty that is.
Oh, cut straight to him. Good catch. Slower ball again. And he just chips it to the captain. That might help Jordan Thompson. It might help. And he gets enough of it. We haven't seen many of them tonight. Sixes. Width again, and this is up and over. So a little counter-attack from Thompson.
Yeah, good use of the crease on that occasion from Jordan Thompson.
Does go as full as he can, but what a shot this is. Serious shot from Thompson. Couple of 60s in the over now, and they're just creating a little bit of momentum.
Oh, this...
Gotta be close. Gotta be close, Given. Hits him. Oh, just tries a little ramp. Hannon Dolby, whether he gets anything on it, I'm not sure, but the went slower, high in the air, should be taken, should be the end of the Bears innings, and it is. Captain an extra cover, takes a simple catch. Usman Tariq goes to one, and the Bears are bowled out for 141.
Disciplined with the ball. And the Warwickshire Bears have just struggled to really post a total that they would have been.
It's fine, Nick. And the slips are on the offside, but this one goes down the leg side. Hit hard through mid-wicket. I don't think deep square will be able to get around. No, he won't. Mohammed is starting to take the battle, realise he's been under pressure. Gone deep, sat back, threatened to come down, then went deep in the crease. Has this gone all the way?
The ball, it floats a lot slower.
Edged away, and short third is too wide to stop that. Chris Wokes is trying to see the funny side of it.
Well, this is a chance. It should be taken. Jordan Thompson is settling underneath it, and he's dropped it. He had so much time, and it's gone straight through.
They're okay at the moment.
Well, that's through. Just over pitching on that occasion from down the ground again. Had one offside, this time bludgeoned straight. Again, deep in the crease, but it should be taken. A simple catch. I think that's Taz Ali there at mid-wicket. The Bears, they have a breakthrough.
He was right on the edge, Taz Ali, into the surface, a better length, bit more pace, and he tries to get it over that mid-wicket. He doesn't simple catch.
So that is the wicket of Brett D'Oliveira, who was caught by Taz Ali.
Yeah, he's a fighter, you know that.
Where it goes for 20.
Thick edge, and that will race away. Well, I think that's going to go all the way. There are two fielders out there converging, but it just about creeps over to contend with this chap. And straight away, he's into the game, and he is making an impact. He picks up Mohammed.
Absolutely given a wide as well. He just holds, he draws the batsman down, he gets spin. Really good work from Alex Davies as well. And first ball gets the stumping off a wide, and they need something. Needed.
Chance, no it's not, only if you're in the crowd. Plenty of that, drifting into the leg side, picks up a 6 over deep square leg. Sauce if you don't mind. High and long. Yeah, a bit of sauce on that as well. 6 over the leg side.
He's played nicely, Kash Ali. He's played with intent.
Oh, just squeezes it past. It was a slower ball, it was wide, picked up the outside edge. Finds the gap wide of long on. Swings that one out into the deep, taken. Deep mid-wicket.
Hammered out towards that extra cover. Does he get it past? He does. Yeah, and then once again just waited, didn't he? It was clever. Sunday. They take on Northampton, who are undefeated, I think, at the moment. Pulled towards that leg side. Taken. Jordan Thompson with the catch.
Yeah, slower ball into the deck. Good smart bowling there from Hannon Dalby. Picks out Thompson out there, deep mid-wicket. There you go, see that off-cutter into the deck. I don't think they've bowled enough for them. You know, it's been a lot of the big shots.
Lovely shot, really lovely shot. Didn't panic. To run and get to victory. What a performance from start to finish for the Rapids. They bowled absolutely magnificently. They bowled the Bears out for 141.
And into
Sikandar, a big win on Friday against the Bears. How do you reflect on that experience?
Very good win. I think the beauty of that win is that we ended up winning. First, it's a derby game, and two, it was against a packed crowd. And it's always nice to give the faithful fans something to cheer about. Unfortunately, we didn't have such a good game, the first home game, but to come back in a manner which we did, certainly was very pleasing, and the win, of course, tops it.
And in that, of course, would have been your first experience of a sellout here at New Road with your teammates. You've settled in really nicely, it seems, from the outside.
Yeah, certainly. I've known some of the boys from before, and the new boys have certainly helped me to settle in really quickly as well. So it's been a very nice mixture of people that I knew from before and the people I don't, and now it doesn't look like that I do not know anyone. It looks like I've known all these boys for a very long time. So certainly it's a very sort of a family-oriented sort of a county and a group of boys that I play with. So I'm certainly enjoying my time being in this county and with the boys as well.
So 3 games in, 2 wins, 1 loss. How do you assess the current state of things for this Rapid side?
Good start, I would say, because it's always tough when people are playing 4-day cricket and suddenly 3 days later you've got your competition, in T20 competition starting. So suddenly there can be few bad performances here and there as well. I always say that if you're going to have a bad game, try and have it earlier in the comp than later. So hopefully we've got the bad game out of our system, and we keep getting better and better with every game.
Continuity is very important in a competition where games come thick and fast, and for you it's been a combination with the ball and the bat you've contributed. How have you assessed your own performances with the ball and bat whenever you've been able to sort of contribute?
I'd rather the batting coach and the bowling coach say that, but I always say that for me, what is important, a lot of the times, a lot of the focus has been put on the wickets. I always say that, did I contribute with the ball? If I didn't take wickets, did I control the game? Did I make life easier for the bowling partner? Because, you know, you have to work in partnership, whether you're batting or whether you're bowling. So I feel like the economy has been decent on the wickets that we're playing at. So certainly in that way, I've controlled the game really well. And when it comes to batting as well, did I take the game forward? Did I give the team the momentum they needed? If you were behind the game, did I take the game forward? Did I finish the game? Those are the things. Hopefully I don't have to bat a lot of the overs, which means I'm wishing my teammates really well. But if I end up batting, did I bat long for the team and get the runs and win the game? If not, when I came at the bottom or the role that I'm supposed to play the role, did I win the game for the team? So once I look at these things, I think it's been a very good start. Hopefully it keeps getting better. As long as we're winning and I'm contributing in any way possible, the rest of the things really don't matter to me.
One thing that's been noticeable has been your relationship with Brett out on the field as well. I know you formed a nice relationship off the field, but how much are you in conversation with him? You're a very experienced player yourself, and obviously Brett's been around and done it for a while. How much are you enjoying being able to have those conversations, setting fields, talking about plans? How open are those conversations between you?
Yeah, Dolly made it very clear that he's going to rely on me with the understanding or the knowledge or the tactics of the game as well, which was very, very nice of a captain to say that. So Brett and I, we assess the wicket before the game. Then if the wicket has changed, we share notes. I like to do my thorough analysis on each and every batter, where they're strong, what plans could we have. So Brett and I could speak about that as well. So, you know, really enjoying my relation with Dolly and how best we can help each other, so that, because at the end of the day, both of us are working for the same goal, which is trying to help the county to win the game. So I've really enjoyed my relation with Brett.
For the latest instalment of the Vitality Blast. Worcestershire back in action for the first time since their Derby Day heroics last Friday. Glamorgan haven't had to wait quite so long. High drama in Taunton last night. More on that in a little bit. Guiding you through all the action this evening, I'm Jim Dale. Alongside me is Frank Watson. Frank, let's just quickly touch upon last Friday, because, I mean, it wasn't scintillating, high drama, sixes everywhere, but what it was ruthless, it was professional, it was really good cricket from this Worcestershire side, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. As far as Worcestershire are concerned, winning the Derby is all that matters. It doesn't matter how you win it, really. The fact that it was a Derby win that was achieved without too much anxiety, I think, went down well, certainly with most of the spectators, if not those that had visited from Birmingham. So it was a good win for Worcestershire. It was needed because they'd been abject in their previous game on the previous Sunday against Northamptonshire here, having won their first game at Leicester. So it's 2 wins and 1 loss for Worcestershire. I think they'll be tested tonight. Glamorgan are a very strong side. I'm a great admirer of the Welsh County and what they're doing down there, not just in this competition but generally across the board in the last 3 or 4 seasons. I think Glamorgan have really got themselves sorted out, brought through quite a lot of local talent, and even missing those 2 Lions, I think they will be a very powerful unit tonight. Glamorgan have won the toss and chosen to bat, and will be underway shortly. And the other thing is you've got to qualify anything you say about this competition, I think, and I'd say this to people who are watching who favour Glamorgan as much as those who favour Worcestershire. It's the shortest form. Anyone can beat anyone, Jim, can't they?
Well, that's very true, but right at the moment, Glamorgan are in fantastic form. Both sides have a couple of wins to their name. This campaign didn't start particularly well, a bit up and down from a Glamorgan Dragons perspective, but 2 wins on the bounce and back-to-back victories against a very strong Somerset side. Most recently, as I mentioned last night, but they played them back-to-back and chased convincingly as well. Some hitting from Asa Tribe. You mentioned it, Frank. There's a couple of people missing. 3 changes to the Glamorgan side, 2 of whom have been playing for the Lions today at Grace Road in Leicestershire. Asa Tribe and Mason Crane, who both went well last night against Somerset, are absent. I have to point out actually that England got a bit of a going over by their South African counterparts. They will be in action again actually here at New Road on Sunday. There will be a live stream, but come down and see us. £10 for a ticket for an adults, 5 for concessions, which is pretty good going to see some of the brightest. Free for members as well. Yeah. So you can see the brightest and the best of young talent and a few proven players as well in action there. But with that in mind, let's get to the team news. As you would expect from this Rapid side, they are unchanged after that Derby Day victory against the Birmingham Bears. So at the top of the order, as you'd expect, Isak Mohammed, Brett D'Oliveira, Kashif Ali, Adam Hose, Sikander Raza, Ethan Brooks, Gareth Roderick will take the gloves, Matt Waite, Usama Mir, Tom Taylor and Adam Finch. Those 3 changes then from a Glamorgan perspective. Mason Crane and Asa Tribe are in Lions duty. Ned Leonard, talented young fast bowler, doesn't make the cut today. He did actually have a bit of an injury in the field, fell on his shoulder quite heavily in last night's match. He also leaked 50 runs in the process, so he misses out this time. In comes Chris Cook, who's seen plenty of T20 action this season actually, so he's going to take the gloves from Will Smale. Tim van der Houten and Andy Gorvin as well come into their side in full. Skipper Kieran Carlson, who's in great form, Will Smale, Ben Kellaway, Henry Hurl, Sean Dixon, Chris Cook, Jimmy Neesham, Dan Douthwaite, Nathan McAndrew, Tim van der Houten and Andy Gorvin make up that side. So as we alluded to, Kieran Carlson did win the toss and he chose to insert Worcestershire. They're going well chasing, so why wouldn't he? And I think asking a batting side to set the pace at this New Road ground at the moment, Frank, it's not entirely easy to know exactly what a good score is it? Let's be honest.
It's not. We were pretty confident last year and the year before, but certainly last year I remember feeling fairly confident in calling par in a T20 here at New Road at around about 165, 170, which doesn't sound many, but the pitches were not great here last year, as most people know. Certainly in red ball cricket they were a real test for the batter, and just to some extent in the white ball game as well. They weren't 200 pitches anyway, let's put it that way. However, this year the pitches so far here have been better in red ball cricket and better in white ball cricket, so you would expect that we're thinking more like 180, 185, aren't we now, as par. But I think this powerful Glamorgan side proved that, they proved last night on a very good pitch that even if they're set 200, they can get it. So I would think if Worcestershire are going to compete in this, they certainly need to be looking at 175, 180. You're getting very excited about something, Jim.
I am getting excited because the Rapids women are in action in the T20 Blast Tier 2 away at Kent today, and they've just wrapped up an unlikely victory, defending just 108. They have rolled their hosts out for 100. Final wicket has just been taken. It was a run out. Good work from Meg Bishop, taking an awkward throw from long off to win that by just a handful of runs. It's gone all the way in that game. A correction, they were defending 104. It was even tighter than I realised. So Worcestershire came through with that one by 3 runs. It was a nail biter. Hannah Hardwick, former Rapids fast bowler, took 3 wickets in 2 overs at the top of that to make life difficult. So there we are. A win for the women's Rapids today, a much needed win for them. Can the men follow suit? Isaac and D'Oliveira are on their way out. There's a lot of blue on show here, Frank. Let's be honest, it's dark trousers and fancy blue shirts all round.
Both teams, yeah, they're very similar kits, aren't they? Very, very similar. Just a little bit of yellow piping on the Glamorgan shirts as well. But it does happen. You do get clashes like this in T20 sometimes, and the blue is pretty much everybody's favourite, isn't there? There's
blue
a lot
is
of
the colour.
blue.
There we go.
There's a lot of blue in a lot of these T20 kits. So we're about to get underway. Isaac Mohammed, the left-handed teenager, is on strike. And bowling from the Diglis end, it will be Tim van der Houten. And here we go. The power play. How important it is. The thing I've noticed this year, Jim, is I think all counties that I've seen in this competition have gone hard all the way through. They haven't really gone hard in the power play and then tried to sort of settle down over the next few overs. They've just kept going, come what may. Here's van der Houten from the Diglis end. First ball bowls to Isaac, and he just tucks this one away on the leg side for a single, and we are underway. Worcestershire put into bat, 1 without loss. Isaac Mohammed, who's had a pretty good competition. He got 27 in the last game against Warwickshire. He did fail in the one in the second game against Northants, but played a very good innings of 42 in a win at Leicester in the first game. So he's done pretty well for such an inexperienced player. Van der Houten is in again and bowls to the captain, Brett D'Oliveira, who's on his toes, and he too is off the mark. First ball, just steering this one square on the offside. One of the 2 men outside the fielding circle is stationed away on the cover boundary. That's Henry Hurl, and he comes in to do the fielding. So a sedate sort of start. 2 singles off the first 2 balls. 1 slip is in. 4 saving 1 on the offside. 2 on the on, and those 2 boundary riders. Van der Houten bowls. Isaac tucks this away on the leg side, and they might come back for 2 here. They are. That's good running. Henry Hurl had quite a long way to come back in. Come in from the deep mid-wicket boundary, and there's a big gap in front of square on the leg side. He hadn't hit it very hard, and I think they made their minds up pretty quickly that there were 2 there.
Yeah, nicely weighted, wasn't it? For those who aren't familiar with Isaac, he hits a long ball, he has all of the shots, he's elegant too. It's just about developing that game, understanding situations, building innings.
Yeah. Van der Houten again. And that's the other side of Isaac. He's on the walk, and he's beaten all ends up. I've got it absolutely wrong there. On the walk, hoping that he'd get something in the slot. Van der Houten, whether he saw him coming or not, or whether he just was going to bowl it there anyway. We won't know, but it was a good delivery and it went past the outside edge. And he's probably a tad fortunate not to have got a nick. That's a nice on drive from Isaac, but no runs. Straight to the fielder at mid-off. Mid-on, I should say. Be struggling to play an on drive to mid-off. 4 without loss then. Decent crowd, not perhaps as many as we'd have had if the weather had been a bit better. It's a bit grey, a bit chilly. That's another good delivery from Van der Houten. Good start, really good start to the game for the Glamorgan seamer. Just 4 runs from that first over and every ball pretty much well directed. He's at 3, D'Oliveira 1, 4 for none off 1.
Well, experienced Aussie, isn't he? 10 years now he's been associated with Glamorgan. And we're going to see another Aussie at the other end. Nathan McAndrew, who went for a few last night, but has shown his skill already in this competition, picking up 4 for 15 a week ago against Somerset. Spent time down in Sussex, of course, so he knows the circuit well. Another experienced seamer. D'Oliveira is going to face up. So in comes McAndrew from the New Road end. D'Oliveira just tucks that into leg side again, runs the first one hard, thinks about the second, thinks better of it. Sean Dixon covering the ground well. Didn't he bat well last night, Frank? Good pick
Always
up for them.
does, whenever I see him. Doesn't matter. Seems to play for a different team every year, but yeah, that one pick, it was huge, wasn't it, last night? Absolutely massive. When he got out, you just wondered whether they'd faltered. It was such a good game, wasn't it? As a neutral, it was a cracking game.
Yeah, floodlight failure to add to the drama as well. Isaac on strike this time. Down the ground, not really timed. Back to that Dixon, and I think if that hits, he may well have been in trouble. It was uppish, skewed towards mid-off.
Yeah, it wasn't a pleasant shot at all, was it? Got his weight all over the place. Got away with it. It's a good job he didn't hit it a bit better, because it would have gone straight to Dixon, wouldn't it? From the look of the way that he's replaying it at the non-strikers end, he was trying to hit it a bit wider than that.
Well, 6 without loss from 8 deliveries. These two are putting it in the right areas. It's the thing about New Road. If you are disciplined, you will be rewarded. And this one's just dropped into the offside, taking singles. Glamorgan won't mind that too much. But yeah, Dixon, it was such controlled power hitting.
Absolutely.
It reminds me a little bit, in years gone by, of Ali Brown, the former Surrey batter. Similar sort of stature and physique. The leverage that he's able to get just hits the ball a lot further than you'd ever imagine.
He'd be pretty handy these days, Ali Brown, wouldn't he, in this competition? Goodness me. He hit it a long way before most people did, didn't he?
Yeah, in that era as well, in the 90s, the later 90s, really, he wasn't a particularly English-style batter, which is why I was so fond of him, I think. Isaac's got hold of that, cleared the infield, and it's a one-bounce 4. It seemed to be in the air for a fair old while, but
it was a high one-bounce 4, wasn't it? Goodness me!
But managed to free his arms, and it's the first shot in anger from a Rapids perspective, first boundary of the day. As you say, Frank, it's a good crowd. People still filing in, fighting the Worcester traffic, which this time of day, not always easy. Good to have you with us. McAndrew, how can he respond? And he's absolutely launched that one as well. Same sort of area, but much better shot.
Of the night, isn't it?
Just a shimmy down the wicket, picked it up over wide mid-on, back-to-back boundaries. And business is picking up for the young Worcester batter. Plenty of bottom hand in that, but
he's not
good control.
He's only 18. He's only just 18, isn't he? It's remarkable potential, isn't he? Just 18. a couple of months ago.
I'm pretty sure the jacket I'm wearing's older, Frank. That's genuinely true. That's by the by. That's clubbed hard. Won't go all the way. They'll take two, though. Good bit of fielding in the deep, good throw as well. But what started as a quiet over has ended up being a very productive one. 13 from it. And Isak Mohammed is on his way. 14 from 9 deliveries.
Yeah, good response from Isak.
Just a little bit full, wasn't it, that last one?
D'Oliveira checks his guard, gets ready to face Van der Houten again. No slip now. Gives himself room, D'Oliveira, taking on the pad. Good delivery, nipped back, I think. Tucked him up. Looking to give himself a bit of room to try and play the way through the offside. It's a dot ball, well bowled. He started well, Van der Houten. Well, they both. You mentioned discipline, Jim. The best sides, the sides that are going to do well in this competition this year, they're going to be the ones that bowl the fewest wides as well, I think. That's another good delivery, right on the money. Played away defensively on the offside. Sounds like a really obvious thing to say, but if you bowl 6-7 wides in an innings, makes such a difference, doesn't it? Not just the runs, the extra balls. It just eases pressure.
Well, whatever the format is, Frank, some of the basics will always remain the same.
Yeah,
is that if you bowl a good Yorker,
yeah. But the shorter the format, the more it matters, I think. That's nicely bowled, but well played by D'Oliveira. He's only going to get a couple. Down to third man. Running round to do the fielding is Henry Hurl. And
nicely timed, though,
it was nicely played. He does. I mean, that when he's giving himself room, that's the sort of area that he's looking for. But he hasn't got his arms free yet, which may have frustrated him a little bit. It's 19 without loss. And again from the Diglis end, D'Oliveira gets his arms free this time and gets away with it, slices it over point. Hurl again, the fielder coming off the boundary to do the fielding, but could easily have gone up in the air. We've seen D'Oliveira perish like that a couple of times in the competition so far. Looking to whack it over extra, but just slicing it really in the air. And it bounced just 5-7 metres short of the incoming hurl. Good from Van der Houten. Really good. Having a chat with his captain before deciding whether to change the field for Isak. He hasn't done. And he gets another 4, but he's lucky, to be fair. Beats the diving fielder at backward point, Andy Gorvin, the one number I couldn't see on my sheet. Diving to his left. It was in the air when it passed him.
Yeah, in the air a long time.
Could he have got his hands on it? I'm not sure, but anyway.
It would have been a stupendous catch. But
4 more for Isak, who has gone to 18 off 10. Moves across his stumps and looks to fetch this one away on the leg side. Isak missed it. Taken on the pad, no run. End of another good over from Van der Houten. 7 runs coming from it. Worcestershire, after 3 overs put into bat, are 24 without loss.
Not an easy skill to come back into the side, take the new ball and take on aggressive opening batters, but Van der Houten's done it and done it really well. We're going to see a change at the New Road end. It's Dan Douthwaite, all action, broad-shouldered. And he comes then, D'Oliveira on strike. kind of ambling really, drilled hard, but straight to the man. It's a good catch as well. D'Oliveira goes. It's an uppish drive. It's a good catch in the end. And Worcestershire lose their first wicket. New Zealand all-rounder Jimmy Neesham, you're absolutely right. He's got big mitts, he's not dropping that. 24 for 1 the score. Well, I said Dan Douthwaite was all action. How about a wicket with your first ball? One of the few bowlers actually that came out with credit last night in that run fest down at Tordson. 2 for 35 he took. He's already in the wickets this evening. So the skipper goes. Kashif Ali is on his way to the wicket. In good form in this competition, actually. It's been a bit stop-start, it's been a rather staccato time, really, he's had in the county championship, but the white ball stuff comes round, and he's started this campaign well, Frank, hasn't he?
Yeah, I temper that with a little bit of caution. He hasn't looked at his best to me for a while, and I say that hoping, as a Worcestershire supporter, that he...
Are you doing the inverse commentator's curse?
No, not really. I'm just trying to be realistic. He's got a 20 and a 30, but he's not really played with great fluency, I don't think. And he'd probably be the first to say that himself. He's yet to discover the form that he showed in his first season with Worcestershire in white ball cricket, I think.
Well, he's facing up now. In comes Douthwaite. And he's just launched that down the ground. And he'll find the boundary with a couple of bounces. Well, how's that for an introduction?
Beautiful shot. It was in the slot, wasn't it, to be fair, but nicely timed.
Didn't overhit it.
No.
Through the line.
And that'll help. That will help.
Well,
help him settle, I mean. It'll help him just settle any nerves.
Hit a couple of big sixes against Warwickshire. I thought was fighting a losing battle against Northants, wasn't he? But still came away with 37. Douthwaite, and again, how can he respond? He's bowled him! Goodness me, that is a response, and he likes it as well. Middle stump out the ground. It doesn't get much prettier for a fast bowler than that. And Kashif was there for a good time, not a long time. A beautiful forward. His middle stump is now missing. So Worcestershire 2 down. And the caution Frank Watson gave us, well, it was justified.
Yeah, it was an indeterminate sort of shot, wasn't it, really, though? He didn't... I'd have to watch it again, but he didn't appear to move his feet very much. Just caught on the crease, really.
Well, it's just through him, isn't it?
Well, maybe quicker than he expected, I don't know. But what a double blow by Dan Douthwaite. Tremendous stuff from the young man. Really, really great response. Having got a wicket with his first ball, and then maybe, Kashif's thinking, well, put him back under a bit of pressure by hitting the first ball for 4. And he strikes again with the very next ball. I think I did him an honour there, didn't I, calling him the young man?
Well, he's in his 7th season with Glamorgan.
I wonder if I've just noticed, looking at the playfair, that he went to Reed School in Cobham. I wonder if my daughter might have taught him there at that era. That's where Phil Salt went as well. He's in again.
Hose waits, flicks away. That's going to go for 4. So it's all action. It's wickets and boundaries. Well, you can't call it boring, can you?
Actually, good Yorker, really. Just got the line wrong, didn't he? And Hose just managed to get the bottom corner of it.
And that's the margins, isn't it? It's just you just have to beat that man on the 45 on the leg side, and you get value for it. But yes, you're absolutely right. It was almost an excellent delivery. Hose got just enough bat on it, but he's deceptively quick. Actually, he's kind of ambling, really, isn't he? And then suddenly the arm comes over quickly, and it's on you quicker than you realise. That's solidly in behind that one. So 32 for 2, the score.
Game changes so quickly in this format, doesn't it? Start of this over, Worcestershire 24 without lost, feeling pretty confident. Brett D'Oliveira plays a lovely shot of the first ball, apart from the fact that it was in the air. Kashif does the same, and 2 balls later, it's all different.
Last ball of the 4th. And again, in behind it is Hose, and that completes an energetic, entertaining, high drama over. So a couple of boundaries and a couple of wickets and a couple of dot balls as well. Dan Douthwaite very much in the game, and he's having an entertaining year. He was trying to beat Northants single-handedly. No one's managed it yet, but he nearly did it on one leg with his hard-hitting 50-odd just a week and a half ago. And he's into his work again. It looks like we're going to see 3 on the bounce from Van der Houten, and why not?
Well, if they get another one in the power play, we all know what the stats say about if you lose 3 in the power play. I know it's a changing game.
Well, we haven't heard much from Isak for a while, have we? So, and this will be a test of his temperament.
Tries to run it down to third man, but is sent back as Gorvin comes in to do the fielding at short third man very quickly. Isak wanted a run, he set off, he thought he got it fine enough. Hose didn't. Loud cry of no you probably picked up on our effects, Mike. Ground's filling up, pleased to say. It's not a perfect evening, not too bad, a little bit overcast. Ooh, a nice slower ball from Van der Houten. Beats Isak for lack of pace and bounces again before it goes through to the keeper, Cook. I feel like the crowd needs something to get them going here, don't you? A couple of big hits maybe.
Well, Worcestershire back deep this year, so hopefully there's plenty more fireworks to come, but at the moment Glamorgan bowling beautifully.
And another dot here as Isak tries to force this one off the back foot. Now he's under pressure. 3 dots in the over. And the fielders now will be thinking, you know, this could easily yield an opportunity. A miss-hit caught in the ring could easily happen. Isak, for his part, will be thinking, well, halfway through the 5th over, we only got 32 on the board. Need a boundary in the next 2 or 3 deliveries. And he's beaten again by another really clever ball from Van der Houten. Took the pace off that one, little cutter into the surface, and Isak well through the shot before the ball arrived. Missed it, bounced again to Cook. Really, really excellent bowling from Van der Houten. Youth against experience, experience on top at the moment in this over. Well, Youth gets away with that one, chipped on the leg side, a little 9-iron really. Long way up in the air, cleared the inner ring, landed inside the boundary, which is fairly lengthy boundary out to deep mid-wicket to the old chestnut tree, the one remaining. For those of you that know this ground, the bowling from the Diglis end, and just 2 runs, so outstandingly good 5th over at the moment.
It was relatively low risk, but it wasn't convincing, was it?
And Houten again is in bowls, and again that's really, really clever bowling. It's the slower ball bouncer, remember those? They were all the rage a few years ago, and he's again beaten Isak's attempted swing away on the leg side. Superb bowling in this format from Van der Houten in that over, just 2 runs coming from it. Worcestershire with just 1 left in the power play for only 34 for 2. Excellent bowling so far from the Glamorgan boys.
Well, they've got 3 seamers who know their own game inside out. And it was the full bag of tricks, wasn't it, for that 3rd over. Sometimes you feel as a bowler you might get lined up even after a couple of good ones, but Van der Houten's on it. McAndrew's back into the attack and dropped into the offside, easy single. Hose is going to add to his tally. Isak's still there on 20. Hose on to 5. And I think, well, Worcestershire, it's an interesting one, Frank. You say that these days they just seem to go hard and that's it. And you feel that Glamorgan's ability to chase at the moment is probably going to motivate them further down that path. McAndrew into Isak. That's down the leg side. It's going to be a wide. So 36 for 2. Last over of the power play. Worcestershire yet to get going, really. Isak drills that into the leg side. 2 sweepers out there. It'll just be a single. All along the deck as well.
Another nice little change of pace, I think, from McAndrew. It's such a skill, isn't it, to be able to bowl balls of different pace, and I don't just mean a slower ball, but you know, sometimes it's 75, sometimes it's 70, sometimes it's 65,
and just changing his grip there really late as well.
Yeah,
and rolling down the side of the ball. It's easy for that to go wrong, and that's on a length and on off stump and suitably respected.
They look busy, don't they? Kieran Carlson's men, they are at it. They know their jobs. They're bowling well, they're fielding well. They won last night, they're confident, they look a good unit.
Well, it started with 2 defeats, didn't they? And you just thought how much they loved it in the celebrations. And confidence is such an important part of this game. As Hose flamingos that and absolutely crunches it through the offside. What a fabulous shot that is.
Yeah, slower again, but he waited for it, didn't he, that time?
Yeah. It was flashes of Kevin Peterson there, really. It was a flashing blade, certainly. Gave himself room to crunch it through the offside.
Well, he is probably Worcestershire's most dangerous batter in this format. I don't want to put the mockers on him. And he hasn't really delivered yet. Capable, as we know, in this format.
Well, he's proven high class, isn't he? And that's the thing.
Capable of stunning innings.
We think back to Trent Bridge last year in the T20.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
There's a single there. There might be a run out here. He's gotten back. He's almost run. Well, he's almost done the whole length, hasn't he? But he's done it in
I don't think
2
there was
parts.
a run there. Yeah. It was a mess, though, wasn't it? They were both going. They both stopped. They both started again. He will not be happy. Yeah, thinking back to Trent Bridge, he played brilliantly. That was also the scene of his awful injury, wasn't it, Adam Hose?
Of course, yeah.
From which he is perhaps still recovering.
They take a single this time.
And that's the difference when you both go.
Will Smale in to do the fielding. Had the gloves last night. Henry Hurl as well, I think, is a wicket-keeper batter in the outfield as well.
It's a modest power play, isn't it? 42 for 2.
I think it was fairly watchful, wasn't it? They're obviously listening to you about the 3 wickets in the power play.
Yeah, well, I hope so. They've been guilty a couple of times. Certainly in the game against Northampton, when they got beaten by 100. Now, I mean, you know, that's pretty grim, isn't it?
Yeah, you would consider a 30-run win a bit of a walloping, wouldn't you? If you're on the wrong end of it.
In that innings, they did. You know, they were chasing and they thought you've got to keep going. But they hold out. Three players hold out off short balls to a fielder on the boundary when they really, you know, thought they could hit the ball for 6 or could have hit it anywhere. All a bit chaotic. Bowling change. First
Kellaway's
ball
in.
of the over from Ben Kellaway, tucked away by Hose on the leg side for a single.
Yeah, we've seen him a bit in the power play as well. Get him in the game early. Of course, his slow bowling partner Mason Crane not playing tonight. He was with the Lions earlier on today. Who got a bit of a mauling from South Africa in Leicestershire earlier.
Now Isak, who drives that off the back foot straight to the fielder at extra cover, had a rush of blood against the spinner first up last week. Got stumped. Goes on the walk this time and flat bats it straight to that fielder again.
Just looking to force the issue, isn't he? Yes, you just think keep it tight because Tariq is such a good operator. Keep it tight, just don't let him beat you. And he ran straight past one, didn't he?
Yeah. Driven up to long on for a single this time. Yeah, first ball. That was my problem with it.
Yeah,
first ball.
same.
Didn't need to do it. Again, nicely bowled by Kellaway. Tucked away by Hose on the leg side. Taken one, coming back for two. Nice running. Ooh, it was tight. It was tight, but he's home. So they are just having a little look here. This is a little bit more circumspect than Worcestershire have been in previous. Although, to be fair, they were a little bit in the second innings against Warwickshire because it was a small run chase.
Yeah, it was controlled, wasn't it?
That's driven nicely by Hose, but straight to Kieran Carlson. That's a good over. No boundaries, just 4 from it. It's a good start for the spinner. First over after the power play. Just 4 runs coming from it. Tidy stuff from Glamorgan so far. The second over of the game went for 13. But other than that, no more than 8 off any over. Just 2 off that one over that we saw. And I think they've been a pretty disciplined unit as Gorvin comes into the attack.
Well, both batters set, 46 for 2, as we were mentioning. It's not setting the world alight, but Isak 22 from 21, Hose 13 from 11. Isak on strike, round the wicket is going. Starts with a full toss, played into the leg side. Has he got enough on that to beat the man? No, he hasn't. It will just be a single. And it's Kellaway doing the fielding out there. Cooks up to the stumps. So expect wicket to wicket from Gorvin here. They just worked into the leg side, plenty of room, so they'll think about 2 if they push the first one hard. Think against it. Skipper comes in. Carlson covers the ground quickly. Already got 100 to his name in this competition. Busy in the field. And it has to be said, Frank, and I always make a point of making this observation, a fantastic moustache as well.
I knew you were going to say
I'm a moustache guy, we know this. Right, in comes Gorvin, round the wicket, left-handed. That's gone up rather than out. It's trouble here. Gorvin's underneath it. Can he take the catch? He can't. It's a horrible one to try and get hold of, but he shelled it. You feel like at this level it matters, and that would have put real pressure on this Worcestershire side.
I've got a moustache story to tell you. I don't want to. If I were watching the stream, I'd be probably saying, for goodness sake, talk about the cricket.
In comes Gorvin again on the back foot and punched down the ground for a single. There's always time for moustache.
But I've got to tell you, I went out for a walk with the dog. I think it was Friday morning last week, and I came back and there was a temporary traffic light about 100 yards up the road, about literally just over the road from my house. So there was a queue of traffic waiting for the light.
In comes Gorvin, round the wicket left-hander, chipped into the leg side. Push hard for the first one. There might be 2 there. Again, they think better of it. And a
man came along in the queue of traffic in a BMW with the top down, and he was about my sort of age. And I thought,
35.
He was later middle age, and I thought, look at you in your BMW with your top down, and then.
Gorvin in again punched down the ground on the back foot. Just the one.
I saw his moustache, and it was grey. End of the over, by the way, 52 for 2 at the end of 8. 6 came off that one. It was grey, and it was part of a bigger set. There was some whiskers at the side as well, but it was waxed.
Yeah.
And it was, and I am not exaggerating, it was 4 feet across.
That's a wingspan, isn't it?
It was absolutely the most amazing thing. I got home and I quickly told my wife to run to the bedroom window and look at the car in the queue of traffic across the road.
That's what I'm into.
Amazing. Sorry, listeners. Just had to say that one.
Kellaway back into the action. They'll take a single. Look, Sometimes you just got to indulge yourself. I'm
might
into
be
a fancy
listening.
moustache.
He might be listening.
If you are
it
listening,
was amazing.
You've got the wingspan of a medium-sized kestrel, and well done.
It was like a. Oh, it was bigger than a kestrel. It was like a golden eagle. Oh, that could be out. That's a good shout. He's fallen over that a bit.
There's just a little bit of grip out there. He's getting some turn.
Nice change of pace as well from the spinner. He's not afraid to bowl it quite slowly sometimes, which is good in this format. Isak's danced down to that one, not timed it, gone for the big hit, just gets a single, wide long on. But it's nice to see a spinner willing to bowl it slowly rather than just fire it in. He's round the wicket to Hose, and that's gone a long way from Hose. Round the wicket, Hose just gave himself a bit of room, got his arms free and timed it beautifully, over long on. First 6 of the night. Worcestershire need a bit of post power play acceleration, having only got 42 in the power play.
Took on the man in the deep and got there plenty, but I agree with you, Frank, a little bit of flight. So often you see spinners just bowling a bit shorter and pushing it through with pace because they don't want these big lads to get their foot down the wicket and just smash them.
And you can completely understand that, but it takes some confidence. He's gone back over, having been hit for 6, and that one is fired in, and Hose just tucks it away for a single on the leg side.
Now will Isak, will he be itching to match this and try and send one into the stratosphere? You just feel like he's a man who wants to smash everything.
He's got away with one, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Can't get a run off that one. Nicely bowled. End of the over. Came back well. 60 for 2 off it. After it, off 9. 8 from the over.
Pete's been on. He loves a bit of post power play acceleration. It's like a prog rock band. I'm with you, Pete. I like it too. It's the wonderful thing about cricket, actually, that there's the kind of the lexicon, the words that you just make things up and it sounds great. Dibbly Dobbler.
That's podcast Pete, is it?
It's podcast Pete, yeah. The proper grown-up in that setup, by the way. The only proper grown-up in that setup, I'll say. And Glamorgan's on his way in for a second over. Full driven down the ground. McAndrew will do the fielding.
It's like a boxing match where they're just jabbing each other, and they're just in the middle of the ring, just sounding each other out at the moment, aren't they? Hose has just landed one big blow, but
Gorvin again back round the wicket to left-hander Isak. It's full, and you'll feel like you missed out a little bit there.
Just done by a change of pace again, I think. You know what I mean, though? Nobody's really taken control, have they?
No, but I think that's in Glamorgan's favour, isn't it? They'll fancy chasing, and it's up to Worcestershire to push the issue here. And that's been launched to the leg side. Is that going to beat the 2 men in the deep? It is. It's going to bisect both of them perfectly. So on one knee and smashed to the boundary. And Isak is a uncharacteristically low strike rate, but he's still there and he's still contributing.
And he's still very young.
Gives himself room this time, and he's given that plenty. Is it enough to get to the boundary? Man underneath it. Is it going to go? It isn't.
It's a very good
and he's
catch.
going to go. It's beautifully judged. A white ball. Lots of cloud cover. Had to be aware of where the boundary rope was as well. So Isak goes. 66 for 3 is the score. He's made 30 from 30 deliveries. And as you were saying, Frank, that idea of just kind of keeping them on the end of their jab at some point. Worcestershire need to land some lusty blows if they're going to keep this a really aggressive Glamorgan batting lineup honest in the second innings.
That was a really good catch by Ben Kellaway. What impressed me the most about it was just how calm he remained. he focused on it. He took one look down to see where his feet were as well. Focused on it, kind of located it, checked his feet, and made it look easy. And it was not easy. Brilliant catch. So, the two former Bears together now for the pairs. Ethan Brooks joins Adam Hose.
In comes Gorvin then. Dropped. And he'll complete the fielding off his own bowling. Yeah, he tracked the ball really well, didn't he? In all the ways that Gorvin didn't.
It was a really good catch. Really good. I think we sometimes take them for granted, don't we, these days?
Reverse from Brooks, of course it is. Second ball, beautifully played as well. Beats the man on the 45. Van der Houten can't get there, and Brooks is on his way. A prodigious sweeper, switch hitter, scooper. He does it well as well, Frank. For those who are uninitiated, last year we pretty much played a game of when's Brooks going to sweep.
We did it. We had a nice moment at Leicester, Jim, the other day when Bradders and I were commentating, and we were outside, so we were sitting amongst the crowd, much as we are tonight, except the spectators literally all around us. And he came into bat, and I said, as he faced his second ball, I reckon this will be the reverse sweep, and it was. And they all looked at me, all these people, and said, God. I said, well, I've seen him play a fair bit. But he plays it so well, doesn't he? He really does. There we go. Change in the bowling. Dan Douthwaite comes on at the Diglis end.
Message for Phil Cox.
And this is pushed out on the offside by Hose for a single. So Gorvin has picked up a wicket. Douthwaite has 2. Worcestershire are 71 for 3 in the 11th. 10 came from that 10th over, but it did bring the wicket of Isaac. Here's Douthwaite in again to Brooks, who clips this square on the leg side. Just a single. This next 5 overs, big ones for Worcestershire, I think. If they can get 50, 40, 45, 50, only lose another 1, they'll feel they've got a base from which to launch. Douthwaite bowls, Hose drives, crowd catch from Carlson at short extra. Good work from the skipper though, save 4, because he hit that hard, Hose, into the ground. Douthwaite, fairly lengthy run, broad-shouldered as you said earlier, Jim. Nice easy stride. Hose gives himself room. Douthwaite follows him, but over follows him. Ends up being a wide down the leg side. He also bowled a little off cutter, didn't he? Took a lot of pace off that. Definitely saw Hose trying to give himself room. Game of cat and mouse between the batter and the bowler. Hose walking, clips up to long on, wants to, but he's not going to get it. Good work out there by Sean Dixon, coming in from long on very quickly. Just a single. Third man sent back. Douthwaite in with the field pretty well spread now. Bouncer hooked by Brooks, but straight to fielder at fine leg. That's Van der Houten. So batters making good contact in this over, but not beating the field, which is good from Glamorgan's point of view. And Worcestershire, they need a couple of boundaries really. Been a bit few and far between in this innings. Like Bowles, who's again is not going to beat the fielder. So another single out on the leg side. We've had just 8 4s and 1 6 in 11 overs. Not a huge boundary count. 11 gone. Worcestershire put into bat 76 for 3, and still just that 1 over, or 2 overs now actually. Having said that, 10 came off the 10th, didn't they? But only 2 overs have gone for double figures.
Yeah. Well, eight of the 11 overs have been 8 or less, which is, I mean, you have to say actually they've bowled very well. Not been much wide, not been much that's been over pitched. We are going to see Jimmy Neesham, New Zealand all-rounder. Worcestershire might be the only county he hasn't played for at some point, but he's a fabulous cricketer. He's going to come in from the New Road end, hose on strike. And that's pulled away. There's a man out there, so it'll just be a single again, in keeping with the theme. A good connection, but just a single. People might say Jimmy Neesham has slightly diminished powers over the years, but drilled the ball for 4 on the last delivery of the game last night. Needing 4 to win, and he got it done.
He did.
Just a clutch cricketer. Really likeable guy as well. Into Ethan Brooks. And, mistimed. Kieran Carlton does the fielding. And it's just been muted. Run rate below 7 now. For those expecting fireworks like at Taunton, this isn't the same sort of batting surface. But Glamorgan doing a really good job of keeping Worcestershire in check. 77 for 3 the score. Ethan Brooks is coiled. That's a good slower ball. Back of a length. And they've used the slower ball really well, haven't they?
Yeah, they absolutely have.
You haven't seen, that's probably maybe the second slower ball that's back of a length, or even a bouncer that Ryan Sidebottom and the like made fashionable, didn't they?
Pat Brown was
15 years ago.
Pat Brown was a great operator using that slower ball bouncer, wasn't he? 2018-19.
Drilled down the ground. That'll take a single. Well, he had about 4 different variations, didn't he, in grips, the knuckleball and all sorts. Yeah, Pat Brown was for half a decade was just phenomenal in this format. Earned himself some England honours in the process as well.
It was just 9 actually off that 10th over, not 10. So only 1 of the overs has gone for double figures. That's really good, isn't it? Captain will be pleased with that.
Full bonger. That's got the treatment. That's been absolutely launched into the Graham Hick Pavilion. It's been shelled by a spectator. Please do better, members. Come on. We're watching. But that's one of the rare deliveries we've seen, Frank, that have just been misguided.
That's actually a much more difficult shot than it looks, you know, to hit a full toss that high. Over mid-wicket, beautifully timed.
Hose waits again, and it's full, but it's pitched this time, pushed down the ground. Dixon will do the fielding. So
9 again.
9 from that one. The second 6 of the innings, both of them belong to Adam Hose.
But
there's plenty of batting to come, but 8 overs to go, so it's time to push the accelerator, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Braithwaite's carrying on. No, he's not. Ben Kellaway's coming on. So we might well see the Brooks repertoire of sweeps and reverse sweeps. But they'll have done their homework. They'll set the fields accordingly.
Yeah, footwork's excellent though, isn't it, with Ethan Brooks?
Post
Length
checks
well.
his guard. So Kellaway, 3 in the ring, saving 1 on the offside, 1 at short fine. Inside, everybody else in the far distance. First ball is a full toss. Hose clips it away. And there is a misfield at long on by Dixon, who is a specialist long on. You don't see that very often, do you? He's fielding long on at both ends of the ground.
Well, Adam Hose is a specialist long off, I think, isn't he? We see him an awful lot.
Kellaway again
on the straight boundary.
That is massive.
Launched. How about that?
Hose is in the mood tonight. That one just into the leg side, and it's the slog sweep, classic slog sweep, down on one knee, clears the front leg, and then gives it absolutely everything.
Well, it's out onto the concourse, and we were asking of Adam Hose, you know, it's been a while since we've seen his best.
Yeah.
I mean, when he's at 50%, he's still pretty impressive, but that's the third 6 from Adam Hose, and that was massive. 2 big maximums in the space of 6 deliveries.
He's in the mood.
He's a canny operated Kellaway. Will he try and tempt him again?
No, that's flashing drive all along the ground this time. He's only going to get 1 though. Good fielding at long off by Jimmy Neesham, I think. Just a single. Hose goes to 45 from 28. Brooks is 7 off 7. The men out D'Oliveira 6, Kashif for 4 and Isaac for 30. And that's Kellaway really taking the pace off that one, and Brooks tries the sweep and is sweeping at a ball that's outside off stump, and it's not very full, so he's got to sweep it sort of on at the top of the bounce, as it were, and he's beaten by a lack of pace. Well bowled. Gives himself room this time, tries to drive on the offside, gets lucky, inside edge onto the pad, runs past the stumps. Good from Kellaway after being hit for 6.
Oh, there's turn here for the spinner.
Brooks goes for the conventional sweep in front of square, in the air, but only a single. End of the over. Not a bad over really by Kellaway in many ways. 10 came from it, but 6 of those were off 1 ball. 95 for 3. Worcestershire off 13. Prediction time, Jimbo.
Well, do you know what? It's hard to call. It's 7 overs to go, 3 down. Worcestershire bat.
Got to get 70, haven't they?
I think, yeah, you're looking at. I think 70 is about right. I mean, 165 they're going to need. So 10 and over from here. Gorvin back into the attack. Brooks waits, and he's got on top of that, but Dixon's underneath it. He's lining it up, and he takes it. Safe hands. Oh, Brooks trying to take on long on, as you mentioned, Frank, specialist fielder in that position. You see Dixon there an awful lot in position early.
Well,
and
he's right in front of us, wasn't he? Well, he's probably 15 yards away from us when he's taken that catch. He's watched it all the way, set himself, reverse cup, fingers pointed to the sky, just how you teach people to catch skiers, and he's made it look very, very easy, and it wasn't. Again, white clouds, white ball. That's why he's a specialist long on, because he's so reliable under the high ball.
Well,
I don't know whether it's me or whether it is actually the pitch, but there's a lot of attempted big hits today that have gone up rather than along, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've got under them, they've tried to go big, they've hit them quite well. I think Isaac on that drop caught bowl, Brett D'Oliveira had one. Isaac when he was out, even 1 or 2 of the Isaac boundaries went a long way up rather than along, as it were, and that was another one. Interesting to see if it's
Sekinder Raza is in, and that's squirted off the inside edge. Not quite where it was intended. Kellaway will do the fielding. But just as Worcestershire look to put their foot on the accelerator, Brooks. We haven't seen actually in recent weeks. We've not seen an awful lot of the kind of the what you'd say the kind of the classic Ethan Brooks sweeps and field manoeuvring. He's gotten that a few times this year by just trying to strong arm the ball over the boundary. As Hose is now on strike. That's wide, slashed away. Fielder running around to try and stop it. Can't. Goes for the baseball slide. It's ineffective though. So that brings 100 up for Worcestershire. Hose within a hair's breadth of a half century as well. Watchful at the top of his innings, but he's looked to accelerate. He needs a bit of help with this. Zimbabwean international skipper now with him. Not quite as much width, but he drops into the offside and he will get his 50. It's a very warm applause from a sizable New Road crowd.
$50 off 30, pretty good. Especially when you think he's got half the runs, Jim.
Yeah, we were striking at a runner ball for the first couple of overs. Gorvin into Raza. Raza just tucks this round the corner. He knows what his job is to give Hose as much of the strike as possible before he thinks about being more expansive. One ball left of the 14th over. Run rate still under 7.5. And bunted back. That should be a caught and bowled, and it is. What a good grab that is. And it's 50 and out for Adam Hose. Worcestershire 5 down, 2 wickets in the over. The over bookended. And the 2 set batsmen have gone. And that puts pressure on the aspiration of reaching 165. And putting pressure on a really impressive Glamorgan batting lineup.
That is a really excellent over, isn't it, from Gorvin?
7 from it, but 2 wickets. And it's the second time this evening we've had 2 wickets in an over. And that will...
3 for 22. Gorvin, what a good hand he's played.
Well, we were talking about the top of the show, Frank, that some notable talent, some England Lions absent for Glamorgan tonight, and Van Houten with the new ball, and Gorvin who had come in.
Yeah, and what a job they've done.
Been fantastic. Douthwaite back into the attack.
Ball into Raza, and he ducks a bouncer. And it's called wide. Gosh, that's a bit tough, isn't it?
It doesn't feel like it should have been on height, does it? Couldn't tell from where I'm sat what the line was saying. But
he's not a tall man. Ducked it. Didn't go very far over his shoulders. Oh, yeah. Wide on line, down the leg side. Shut up, Frank.
I've got you. You're all right.
And a little bit of attention being paid to the ball, I think. Maybe a little thread had come out of the seam and the umpire just snipped it off. Anyway, it was a wide. 103 for 5. 6 overs left. Nicely bowled by Douthwaite. Goes for the full wide one. And Raza beaten by it. So we've got the worst possible situation in terms of Worcestershire wanting to press the accelerator now, in that we've got 2 new batsmen together. Neither's really got time to have a look at more than 1 or 2. They've just got to go. That's nicely played by Sikandar, because he had to wait a long time for that. That slower one again from Douthwaite, and he did wait for it. Swivelled round, pulled it to mid-wicket, but only a single. Gareth Roderick, who's... It's hard to know Gareth Roderick's game really in this sort of cricket, I think, or certainly T20 in a way. He's been a bit up and down the order in red ball the last 2 or 3 years. Drives nicely, and he'll get 1, only 1. half stopped on the offside. And he's been up and down the order in T20, and he's come in occasionally when there's been a crisis and played particularly well. But I'm not sure walking in with 5 overs to go is exactly his strong suit, Jim.
No, I would agree. I would agree with that.
Sikander on strike again. And that's nicely timed, beautifully timed, but straight to the fielder at backward point. And I think that's Will Smale. The number of times that Worcestershire have played good shots to fielders tonight, Jamie, speaks for good bowling and good field placing from Kieran Carlson. I reckon that's about 8 times balls have been slammed straight to fielders. Dowthwaite again is in. Raza is on the walk this time and just gets a single, driving out to that man Carlson in the covers.
Just going back to Roderick though, he ultimate team man. He bats anywhere and everywhere that he needs to, in all formats. It
wasn't intended as
yes, no, of course,
no,
of course.
No.
We are both big Gareth Roderick fans. But going back to, he had a small period batting at 3 last year when there were all kinds of issues at the top of the order, and he averaged over 40 at a strike rate of about 160. But so you know he has got chops at this format.
Oh,
great field.
I mean, again, another lovely shot. Brilliant fielding from the Glamorgan skipper. On an old strip, dive into his right. Again, it would have been 4 if he'd gone past him. Big gap behind him. Threw himself. Great stop.
But we see
so that
Roderick
issue of hitting fielders, it's happened 3 times in this over, isn't it?
I think it's a no ball.
I didn't notice. So busy watching the fielding. Here we go. What will he do? Goes for pace. Roderick goes for the big swing on the leg side. Again, it's gone up miles. And it's gone up and all the way. So well played, Gareth Roderick. Well, 6 off the free hit, 6 off the last ball. Ruined the over from Dowthwaite's point of view. 11 came from it.
I was going to say, in amongst all that,
5 off 15.
all that throwing, is that what we found with him is that, being the professional that he is, he's found a couple of shots.
Yes.
That's one of them. We talked last time, didn't we, at Northants, when
he nearly won the game at Northants
by playing that sweep over leg side. He's also developed his straight drive. So he's developed himself. He is forcing himself and willing himself into every format.
Absolutely.
And I think it's absolutely to his credit.
Absolutely. He is almost first name on the team sheet, I suppose.
Also a fabulous keeper. As a quick singles taken, Gorvin is going to bowl out here, and why wouldn't he? He's been really effective. It's Raza taking the single to the offside. But it's I suppose the point was more that there are a couple of those shots, and at this point you are hoping for more. But you know, mentality and such, that's cut away towards the offside.
Well, I think my reading of this is that if you're Worcestershire, you're probably thinking, I think pace off is going to be the way to go on this pitch in trying to defend the total. Lots of variations.
Wide, looking for the wide Yorker,
and I think you've got to make sure you've got the right men on the boundary where they're going to get the catches, because that's probably how wickets are going to come.
Well, Worcestershire are going to have to bowl well whatever happens from here on out. But yeah, look, the ball's gripping. We've seen some turn from Callaway. So Gorvin's in again. Bit short, clubbed away into the leg side. 2 men after it. They won't get there though. It's the aforementioned Callaway and Dixon trying to converge on the ball. But Raza got plenty of it. Highest ranking international T20 all-rounder. And I mean, he's a spinner, but he's an unconventional one. So if you've not seen much of him, I think particularly Glamorgan fans, he's entertaining. I'll say that. It's a good Yorker, dug out well. Ball follows Carlson in the field, who takes a shy. So bowl a mix of off spinners, cross seamers, low arm slingers, all sorts.
And he hides the ball when he runs it.
In comes Gorvin again. moves towards the offside. Ball follows him. And it's another dot ball. So these two looking to get their iron. Gorvin's just got one delivery left.
Only 8 off this one. They've kept the lid on it really well, the Glamorgan bowlers.
Drilled down the ground. That looks like it's going to be 4 as well. It is. So a couple of boundaries in the over. 12 from it. So a productive over from a Worcestershire perspective. Ruins Gorvin's figures a little bit, but he has bowled fantastically well. 4 overs, 3 for 34. Come into the side and do a job for your skipper. My goodness, what a job he's done. So 1-2-5 for 5, 4 overs to go. 10 and over gets them back up to that 165 mark that you'd hope for. But
yeah, they've got to get one. They've got to get one. If they get 165, they'll think, having reflected on it and considered last year, that it's something. Nathan McAndrew is back. And that's a really nicely bowled first delivery. Little off cutter. And quite well played by Sikandar Baza, who just steers it, late cuts it, dabs it down to Gorvin at short third for a single. But Worcestershire need boundaries. They need 2 boundaries every over now at least. They've got 5 wickets left. Only 23 deliveries remaining. McAndrew. Van der Hooten's got 1 left. McAndrew's got this one and 1 more, so he'll probably bowl 17 and 19, you would imagine. Neesham's only bowled 1. Another little off cutter from McAndrew, tucked away on the leg side, and they're coming back for 2 this time. They're going to have to hurry, and they're in. Through to the wrong end then, I reckon. I think Roderick was the end to throw to.
Just break formats for a second, Frank. For those that don't know, former Worcestershire fast bowler Nathan Smith taking 6 for 70 in the Test match today against England.
Slower ball bouncer. Well waited for and pulled by Roderick, but only a single. Yeah, tremendous cricketer Nathan Smith. Watched him bowling this afternoon a little bit. Just reminded me of his spell here. Such a competitor. Such a fierce competitor. And a great fielder and all-round cricketer.
Really good character as well, isn't he?
Very good.
You can't go wrong with Nathan Smith. England 226 all out.
Still
New Zealand 19 for 1.
Still owes me a pint though. That one is heaved away on the leg side, straight down the throat of Callaway on the square leg boundary. We've seen this from Worcestershire so many times this season. Frustrating, but nicely bowled again. Short, fairly pace off really, and Raza inside it, smacks it away. Would have been 6 on many club grounds, but actually Kellaway on the boundary. Oh, it's Hurl, I beg your pardon, not Kellaway, apologies. Henry Hurl on the boundary, just didn't have to move, absolutely didn't have to move, and pouched it very comfortably indeed.
Well, it brings Matthew Waite to the wicket. Very popular character at New Road.
And he's off the mark, and his first ball just clipped away on the leg side for a 1. 130 for 6. It's a bit chilly now. The crowd here. It's a bit gloomy as well, isn't it? No lights, of course, here at Visit Worcestershire New Road. The one county HQ without floodlights, and they would be on if they were in place. McAndrew's in again, bowls again. It's a clever little change of pace, pulled for a single. He bowled nothing they could get hold of in that over whatsoever. Excellent over, just 6 runs from it. 131 for 6. That was a very, very good over to bowl in the 17th, Jim.
Yeah, and yet again, just as a partnership starts to build, Worcestershire look to potentially push on. Glamorgan find a breakthrough. So Van der Houten is going to finish up at the New Road end. Worcestershire 131 for 6, 3 overs to go. Roderick on strike, 16 from 9. What can he offer? Poured into the leg side, 2 men out in the deep, so it'll just be a single.
Crikey, they've found boundaries hard to come by, haven't they, tonight? Is it going to be one of those low-scoring teasing contests?
Well, I mean, it's hard to tell, isn't it? It looks like whenever you try and go after the ball, it doesn't seem that easy. So, chopped into the offside, they'll take a single. Say that there was a time when you find these sorts of totals end up being 145 to 155, that sort of thing, that are, you know, tricky totals to chase, but they don't see it that way anymore, do they? They just whack it from day one or from ball one. Van Houten again, short ball, that's skied up in the air and he's underneath it. Caught and bowled chance taken. Big hands. And that's the 7th wicket. Well, I think Roderick's eyes lit up there. It's a short delivery, something to get hold of, but it was a thick top edge. Made a difficult catch look easy.
Certainly did. They've caught well, haven't they, with one exception. Yeah. I think that was another clever bit of bowling as well, you know. I don't think it was... I don't think it was just a short ball. I think he actually took quite a bit of pace off it as well. It's clever.
Well, Pakistani leg spinner Isam Amir into the fray on strike.
Well, maybe not. Maybe it's pitch, really.
On a length, but just swiveled into the leg side. Well, it's sort of suggesting there might be a bit of tennis ball bounce out there, maybe, Frank.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking there.
Because you're right, the arm speed was there, but it came off the pitch a little bit slower. And maybe that's where the timing issue is.
Yeah, I think so. And we see, as I say, it was another one that went... How many times do you see ball going almost vertically as much as we've seen tonight? You don't.
Well, that was a bit of pace off. Just worked into the leg side. I think it feels like a good toss to win as well, doesn't it? It's a good decision by Kieran Carlson to insert Worcestershire here. 135 for 7. 1 ball left of the 18th over.
There's 2 ways of looking at it, aren't there? They now know how it's going to play when they go out and bat.
Mir waits and hoiks that over short fine leg. Gets the boundary. It's true, they're a side full of players that want bat on ball and want to hit it hard though as well.
Yeah, but
and the
what I mean is
game,
they now know, but Worcestershire also know that their experience has told them that the way to bowl is to do what Glamorgan have done in many ways.
Yes, no, I agree. It's It's a case of being able to execute those skills, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which we will find out. But what we do know is that Glamorgan will not be chasing a big total here, as Worcestershire want to get somewhere near 150. 139 for 7 is the score.
Nobody, as other than Hose, I suppose, has been able to really dominate out there tonight. Nobody. Matthew Waite on strike. And he swivels and pulls his first ball away on the leg side, but only for a single. How many times have we said that? Only for a single. And once again, that is the case. Very, very good disciplined bowling from the Glamorgan seamers. Van der Houten about to finish off. Gorvin, the one bowler who has finished, 4 overs, no maidens, 3 for 34 for him. Oh, Van der Houten's finished now. 4 overs for 21. Now that was a proper tennis ball bounce, and it's been called wide, quite rightly. On height. So Nathan McAndrew in his 4th over. Van der Houten 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 21. That is really very, very good bowling indeed. Usama Mir, tall right-hander, bright blue helmet on strike. And he's gone big on the leg side, and he's got hold of it all.
In the slot and absolutely launched.
That was, I don't know how to quite describe that. He's just stood there and whacked it, basically, over mid-wicket, no feet whatsoever. It's like Dad on the beach. and it takes some doing. Well, good strike from Usama Mir. He's got Worcester to 147 for 7. A couple more of those wouldn't go down badly with this crowd. McAndrew in. What will his response be? Well, that's a nice change of pace. And Usama does go for the big swipe again. This time makes no contact. Hits his thigh with his batting glove in frustration. .147 for 7, 9 deliveries remaining. McAndrew again is in. Fuller this time, and Usama sort of leans back and slams the bat down on it, squirts through the offside field for a single. 148 for 7. Field
8 balls
stays the
remain.
same.
8 balls remain. 2 batters that can hit the ball a long way.
Matthew Waite does hit that one a long way, beautifully struck and dropped in the crowd.
And he's gone down as well, goodness me. The most inelegant bit of fielding in the stands you will see. It is Friday night, he may well have had a beer.
Or 2. The 150 is reached. Matthew Waite hits a long ball, as we know, hasn't had many chances to do that this year. 2 sixes in this over.
Well, it was slot, wasn't it?
This one pates off, that's my guess. Waite will probably be thinking the same. No, it's full, and he hits it through the covers. He'll get a couple. It's a lovely sounding piece of wood he's got out there, Matthew Waite. And that is the end of the 19th over. It yielded 17 runs, and Worcestershire are 156 for 7. Still probably, Jim, hoping for that 165.
Yeah, it sounds about right, doesn't it? 2 lusty blows, and it just shows if you do get it wrong, it was in the slot. He took on the man in the deep.
It was
And we were primed to see the poor fella hit the deck.
That was Jimmy Neesham, by the way,
Yeah.
and I was saying it was McAndrew.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, everybody.
It will be McAndrew to finish things up from the New Road end. Mir on strike, both batters on 12. Waite 12 from 6, Mir 12 from 5. Short, launched away. Mir's got himself another. It just sat there asking to be hit. The Summer Mir obliged him, and he's launched it.
He waited very well for that one.
Well, if we're honest, Worcestershire have, well, stumbled their way to a defendable total here, and it's in no small part thanks to the two batters at the wicket at the moment who have just decided to clear the rope. Not a bad tactic, if you ask me. Looks for a little scoop. He gets it as well. Stops just in front of the rope. I think they're enjoying themselves, Frank.
It looks fun.
Well, despite all the excitement of that scoop, it's just a single. Four balls remain. Waite on strike. Good full bunger.
Well bowled.
And it's just jammed down. Take a single to short third.
That's really well bowled, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a good response to what was a sizable. Would have been 6 on any cricket ground, that first ball of the over. But McAndrew has pulled it back well. 3 balls remain. 1 the 6-4 for 7 the score. Every run's going to matter here, you feel. He's looked to launch this as well, but there's another chance for Dixon to take a catch. Will he get there? It'll drop short. It's plugged in the outfield. They're going to come back for 2. It's good running. And you can hear the New Road faithful starting to get a little bit louder, a little bit more confident. This Worcestershire innings coming to life in the final throws here. Mir still on strike, 21 from 8 deliveries. 2 balls remain. In comes McAndrew. Squirted off the outside edge. It's going to be safe though. There's more runs here. Sliding stop means it'll be 2. Well, this healthy crowd here, New Road, seeing some fireworks at the back end of the innings. 168, 1 delivery remains. Mir waits. Big backlift. Looks to launch it down the ground. Has he got enough? No, he hasn't. Should be taken, and is. So Osama Mir departs on the final delivery of the innings. Worcestershire 168 for 8. But I would venture that 3 overs ago they would have taken that. And Matt Waite and Osama Mir have done a good job of just providing some impetus as we go into the interval. And as you were talking about a little bit earlier, Frank, this sizable Worcestershire crowd, they needed something to cheer about. They got half a dozen of those.
Yeah, Osama Mir getting Worcestershire to that 165 that we sort of predicted. Out to the very last ball of the innings, which means that Nathan McAndrew picked up his 2nd wicket. 2 for 39 for him. My apologies again for suggesting that it was him involved the 19th over when it was in fact Jimmy Neesham. So the full bowling figures: Van der Houten 4 overs no maidens, 1 for 21. McAndrew 4 overs no maidens, 2 for 39. Douthwaite 3 overs no maidens, 2 for 25. Kellaway 3 overs no maidens, no wicket for 23. Gorvin, what a good job he did. 4 overs, no maidens, 3 for 34. Neesham, 2 overs, no maidens, no wicket for 26. Just expensive with that 19th over, Jimmy Neesham. It was he who took the final catch. Usama Mir dismissed for 23. So where are we? Worcestershire are 168 for 8 in 20 overs. Glamorgan need 169 to win. I'd say that Worcestershire will be pretty relieved to have managed to get up to where they did. They will feel that they've given themselves a chance, but I'd make Glamorgan favourites at the moment, Jim.
Well, Worcestershire, well, they're in the game, aren't they? And that's the key thing. This is a total that you absolutely can defend or have to bowl well, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we have seen them do that, particularly when they were here last time out last Friday, Frank. They were excellent with the ball against Warwickshire.
Yeah.
And really controlled that contest. So, we will be back in just 5 minutes or so time in preparation for the Glamorgan response. We see the Worcestershire players out doing warm-ups, getting ready. But we will leave you for a few minutes to contemplate some, let's face it, some at times not the most classical-looking cricket shots, but a flurry of sixes towards the end of that innings. And we'll see if Worcestershire can defend 168 in just a few minutes' time.
Welcome back to Visit Worcestershire New Road. We're about to get back underway. Glamorgan, after an excellent bowling performance, needing just 169 runs to beat Worcestershire here. Worcestershire, however, giving themselves a chance with a bit of a late flurry, taking them to 168 for 8, that 8th wicket going down off the very last ball of the innings. So, Tom Taylor will open the bowling for Worcestershire from the Diglis end, and the two Glamorgan openers out there, all set to begin this run chase. Kieran Carlson and Will Smale. Carlson on strike, a man in form. Tom Taylor, to some extent, also a man in form with the ball. Picked up a wicket with the first ball of the game last week against Warwickshire. His first ball this time produces a single. Carlson, having played it away on the leg side, drops his bat, but nonetheless completes the run. As Jim said earlier, Jim Dale alongside me, Frank Watson, the two kits are almost identical. Worcestershire out there with their cubist inspired, stained glass window inspired shirts.
We are contractually obliged to say the Worcester shirt is better looking.
But very similar. Taylor to Smale. Dot ball pushed up to mid-on. So Carlson, Smale, Kellaway, Hurl, Dixon, Cook, Dowswaite, Neesham. Goodness me, that is a powerful batting lineup.
Just got dive bombed by a pigeon. It's the perils of we're in the New Road end. Yeah. We're exposed to the elements. It's not a warm evening either.
It's their stand, not ours.
Yeah.
They're here more often than we are.
It's the pigeons' world, we just live in it.
That's right. They nest here in this stand at various points, and nets have been put up to stop them. Taylor in again, on the walk. Smale drives at it, beaten on the inside edge, I think, and through to Roderick, attempting to impose himself. The dot from Taylor, who, as I say, bowled pretty well in Worcestershire last game in this competition against Warwickshire. 4 overs, 2 for 17 on that occasion. You wouldn't mind that again tonight.
No, it's just that movement he gets, doesn't he? We're seeing it already. Swinging it in to the batter.
Oh, and Taylor's shouting for this one, but in fact it's come off the bat, I think, as Smale. No, it's not. Leg by signal. By
it sounded. It was a woody sound, wasn't it?
It came back in at him quite sharply, didn't it? She was talking about that movement that he gets back into the right-hander with the white ball. Yeah, and that one did. It really. Well, he shaped to cut it at first. That's how far it came back. Good start from Taylor. 2 without loss off 4 deliveries. 169, the target for the Welshman. Oh, Smale's whipped that one away for 6 on the leg side. No for 4, 1 bounce, just bounced inside the rope. Down on one knee, whipped it away. Carlson, I should say.
It's Carlson.
Pardon.
It's a classic Carlson shot as well, isn't it?
Brilliant, brilliant innovation really from Carlson, working with that movement from Taylor. Super shot.
Bat speed, but he just rolls his wrists on it as well, doesn't it? Just to send it behind square.
So the first boundary, 6 without loss. Carlson waits again. 1 ball left in the over. And he's fast hands at this. He's got it up to mid-on. All going on there. He fast hands, hardly got a bat on it. Bottom edge, running past the bowler. Taylor went to field it. Carlson set off for the run, saw Taylor go to field it, thought, I'm in trouble here. Taylor, though, didn't pick it up. So he ends up sneaking a single. End of the over, 7 from it, 7 without loss, off 1. Good over from Taylor, but that one excellent shot from Kieran Carlson. Matthew Waite to ball from the New Road end.
He'll take the new ball, which we've seen plenty this year. Become an important part of this bowling attack. T20 cricket. Duffy and Dwarshus last year, part of this side, but it's the Yorkshireman who starts with a thickish inside edge as Carlson looks to whip this away to the leg side again.
They're not going to mess about, are they?
No, they won't die wondering, that's for sure. And it's brought about a change in the field, so both men out in the deep are going to be on the leg side. One behind square and one at mid-wicket. I think it's particularly for that shot that he whips away, he gets down low. It's driven through the offside to mid-off. Adam Host as the fielding, they'll take a single.
Little off-cutter from...
Looking to be busy here. Plenty of movement in the field. So Waite's got both hands out, pointing different players in different directions. Slip in place the mid-wicket has come in. There's a man out at point on the boundary now. In comes Waite. That's skewed off the edge. And he's going to find the man in the deep and the offside. That's a genuine false shot.
It's quite gloomy now, isn't it?
Well, look, it's not warm. It's overcast. There's been dampness in the air all evening, really. We've managed to avoid the rain, though, which is good news. We were threatened with showers earlier. So that delivery before just squares up. Carlson, or the Schmale rather. Short ball, well taken from Roderick, who's up to the stumps. Just a couple of dots. And it will be interesting to see how Worcestershire approach this. We saw a plethora of short balls, changes of pace. Plenty of variation from the Glamorgan attack. In comes Waite again. Carlson looks to whip that away, but he doesn't get any of that, and he's worn one. That'll sting. So just a couple of singles from this over so far.
Big ball, this one. Glamorgan will really want a boundary on this ball.
Two men back out in the deep on the leg side for Carlson.
Well
and he's reached for that, wide of off stump, chance for a run out, but it's juggled in the end.
Good over though.
Yeah. Just 3 from it. Just reaching for that was Carlson, wide of off stump.
Taylor to continue from the Diglis end. Tends to bowl 3 at the top this season if he can. I think he's done that actually in every game. Comes in there to bowl to Carlson, and Carlson goes for a big swivel and looks to whack it away on the leg side, goes through for a single, dawdled a bit at the start of the run, which encouraged the incoming Matthew Waite at short fine leg to shy at the stumps at the non-striker's end. Did he hit them? Carlson had seen the danger and just accelerated his pace and made sure that he got in. 11 without loss. Schmale yet to get going. waits as Taylor bowls, and
great.
Smale plays an excellent pull shot, expected to get runs, but in fact gets none because Ethan Brooks dives to his right at mid-wicket and pulls off a fantastic one-handed stop, and is immediately dispatched to the mid-wicket boundary, with Sikandar Raza coming in from deep backward point. So 4 in the ring on the offside, in fact 5. The leg side only 1, as Smale pushes the ball to that fielder and they take a single. But decent from Worcestershire so far. Carlson, that one explosive boundary in the first over, has 9. Smale has 2 from 6. The target, remember, is 169. Taylor, arms pumping in, bowls to Carlson, who squeezes this off the inside edge really wide of mid-on for a single. Looking to hit it much straighter than that.
Glamorgan just taking what they're offered at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, very similar start actually to what we saw in the Worcestershire innings. Carlson, well, they've both been trying to get on with it. I just don't think it's a very easy pitch on which to strike it necessarily. Smale goes for the ramp and doesn't get hold of it, hopes then for the wide, and the umpire, Siri Shanmugam, says no, you've made that into a ball that's leg side. If you'd stayed where you were, probably would have hit you, and you're not having a wide. So it's a dot. 1 ball left in the third. 3 from it so far. Boundary again will be very much in the mind of the batters. And they're not going to get it. It's another dot. Another excellent over from Tom Taylor. So that's 3 overs gone, 13 without loss. And just 3 runs from each of the last 2 overs.
0s and 1s, Frank. It's all been binary.
Very good from Worcestershire so far.
Oh, I thought you meant me for a second then, Frank. I thought I was on the edge of a compliment.
I did mean you. I did mean you, and then I thought I'd use it twice. Adam Finch is going to come into the attack at the New Road end.
Well, we have seen from Adam Finch so far in this competition, he's either been expensive or explosive, hasn't he? He's been taking wickets aplenty. There's the odd over that goes. But we have mentioned important year for him, his cricketing development, more responsibility with the ball in white ball cricket. In he comes, Carlson waits. Short, heaved away into the leg side, that's going to be 6. Well, he's tested the middle of the pitch and he's got his answer. And that's relieved some of the pressure that was built up by Waite and Taylor. That's the thing about New Road. If you bowl well, you will be rewarded. If you get it a bit wrong, you can go. How can Finch respond? And he comes again. That's fast. It's done for Carlson then. That's a proper fast bowler's response. Back of a length.
It's a bit dark to be facing that kind of pace, I think. Just got to get it in the right areas, though.
Well, it's fair to say these are not ideal conditions for batting. But
what you've just said about Finch summed up in 2 balls, really. Explosive and expensive.
And that's going to be a wide.
An angry Adam Finch.
Yes, I was going to say there's hints of enforcer mode here, isn't there? Where
stalking back to his mark, isn't he? Didn't like being hit for 6 first ball. Who would? Practice all week, wait all day, bowl your first ball. Hit over the ropes.
Well, we know he's good square of the wicket on the leg side. Here's Carlson. In comes Finch again. That's clubbed away. It's going to be 4 more. A bit of width on offer. Threw his hands at it. D'Oliveira wasn't far away from it, to be fair.
The thing about this is that you've got to pick up a wicket, haven't you? If you don't, if you bowl 2 overs like this and you don't pick up a wicket, the game could be gone. Got to break through.
Again, it's short from Finch. And there's an acknowledgement. 1 for the over. Seems quite generous because I think there's already been 3, but that's by the by. But it feels like this must be a ploy, Frank. It must be something that has been discussed. If the approach is to hit back of a length, hit it, bowl a heavy ball. 2 balls left of the 4th. And that's on a length that just dropped into the offside. It is aggressive stuff, this, from Finch. Don't blame Carlson for wanting to be down the other end for it. But he's done all the legwork for his side so far. 21 from 15 from Kieran Carlson. Smale 2 from 8. And he likes bat on ball, so it's uncharacteristically circumspect from his point of view. First time he faces up to Finch, though. And that's heaved away, and that's going to be 6 more. Well, it's an expensive over, and that pressure that was building from a Worcestershire perspective has all disappeared because the ball's disappeared over the boundary twice, having clattered to the rope from the offside as well for 4. So (17 from it), 18 from it, sorry.
It's the most expensive over of the game.
Well, I suspect that might be a little while before we see Adam Finch again. But look, he has previous. Even if his first over goes for a few, he has a knack of picking up wickets, and has done throughout the Vitality Blast. In comes Taylor again.
And Carlson is working a slower ball away on the leg side for a single. It really is quite dark now. If you're watching on the live stream, you might not appreciate how dark it is, although looking at our monitor, even there it does look quite gloomy. It would be gloomy even in a league game, I think. Well, that's a bit obvious, isn't it? It would be gloomy in any game. It would be considered gloomy even in a league game, is what I'm trying to say. Taylor to Smale, he's in, he bowls. Smale whips this away on the leg side. Picks up a single as Kashi Valley fields. I think a white ball against a black screen is probably a bit easier to pick up in poor light than a red ball against a white screen. But it's cloudy, it's cold, and it's gloomy as Taylor moves into bowl to Carlson and beats him. He tries a big heave away on the leg side and is taken on the pad, and they go through for a leg bye. Again, it was change of pace. I'm also thinking about the Finch over, that on this pitch, which is a bit slow and sticky, we think, whether high pace is probably not necessarily as effective as it might be on a quicker pitch, and whether it's pace off and changes of pace that are more difficult for the batters to get hold of. Driven up to mid-on for a single by Smale. Finch fields, throws at the stumps, misses, they're in anyway. I don't know if that makes sense, but all of the Glamorgan bowlers, but particularly Van der Houten, McAndrew, Douthwaite, they prospered from changes of pace, and
they varied length,
Finch
and they
tended to just try and bowl as quick as he could. He bowled one slower ball, I think.
They were determined not to be lined up, weren't they? Even Callaway we saw bowling spin. Changes of pace and flight.
Taylor is in again and bowls, and that was whipped away. That's that classic Carlson shot that you were talking about. A sort of low. It's a sweep off a seamer, really, isn't it? And he times it beautifully. But Kashif is ideally placed, and they only get a single. 36 without loss. Carlson moves to 23. Smale has 10. Earlier Worcestershire 168 for 8.
It's that cocked wrist almost, isn't it, that you sometimes see with fast bowlers that generates the pace off the bat.
Taylor bowls. Smale a less elegant and less well timed attempt at a similar heave on the leg side.
Yeah, he just hits that shot
so
single. Hard. It's
end of the over, 6 from it, 37 without loss.
Well, a little bit more control restored. It's the return of Matt Waite. New Road End. So the Finch experiment was a short one. And again, very animated is Matt Waite. Telling the skipper to move in. Get on with it, Skip. Come on. I've told you where to stand. And he comes. Into the leg side it goes. 2 men out in the deep. On the leg side for Smale as well now. As both batters look to target the leg side. 38 without a loss is the score into the 6th over.
There haven't been many runs scored on the offside.
No, a couple of dabs into the offside and that one uppish drive that we saw from Carlson that was within range of D'Oliveira. As Waite's in again. Carlson's clubbed that down the ground. That's going to be another 6. Has he been in better form in white ball cricket than he is this season?
That was a real heave, wasn't it? Goodness me.
The trajectory, though, flat and hard. He's absolutely crunched it.
Yeah, just, it's arms, isn't it? Just giving your arms.
Worcestershire need a wicket. It's uppish, but it's through the infield. It's going to be 4 more. Despairing dive, it doesn't matter. 4 more to the total.
Good power play this, isn't it?
Carlson leading from the front. They had a little look. They've seen off overs that looked pretty dangerous. Anything with width, anything that's short is getting the treatment. Just over pitched that time from Waite. It's a half volley, open the face, away it flashed. Again, it's full. Dug out, they'll take a single. Damage has already been done in the over, though, that's the thing. It's full again, it's a full toss though, and there's a race on to stop this from going to the boundary. Raza gets there, it's good teamwork. Finch completes the fielding, excellent fielding out in the deep from the 2 Rapids. Brings up the 50 for Glamorgan though. As we inch closer to the end of the power play. And we have made the point of the cloud, the gloom, the cold. They're seeing it all right, these 2 batters at the moment. On length, just squared him up a little bit, dropped to the offside. There's a dot ball, but it completes the power play. It's a really effective one for Glamorgan. 51 without loss. Carlson, 34 off 21. Smale, uncharacteristically quiet, but he's doing what he needs to do at the other end for his skipper. 14 from 15. and just 118 runs required to win. Glamorgan in good shape, Frank. Worcestershire need a breakthrough.
Absolutely in good shape. It's a perfect power play for Glamorgan. 2 big overs in it, 18 off that one, the fourth, 14 off that one. Usama Mir into the attack at the end of the power play. And Worcestershire really have got to get a wicket, Jim. If they don't pick up a wicket the next over or two, then they're just not going to have a chance in this game, I don't think. Not a total you can defend if you're not taking wickets. Usama's first ball to Carlson is driven off the back foot, square on the offside.
Well, you've seen it. It's not particularly easy to get started, is it? So you've got to get new batters in.
Yeah. Got to get these. Certainly got to get Carlson out in the next 3 or 4 overs to have any chance. Usama bowls again, bit short. Carlson slaps it away on the leg side. Kashif Fields, single taken. Usama Mir, 23 at the end of the Worcestershire innings. 23 off just 10 deliveries. Got Worcestershire up to a total that we felt just kept them in the game, if nothing else. Another single, as this one is swept away on the leg side by Smale. But Glamorgan making light work of it so far. A very, very accomplished performance from Glamorgan with ball and bat so far. This one is in the air and
there's
out.
The wicket.
There's the wicket. Carlson's gone. Same shot. Out on the leg side. And no mistake, Kashif Ali at deep mid-wicket leans forward to take the catch. And that is the wicket that Worcestershire so badly needed. 53 for 1.
Well, you said earlier on, Frank, this game, this format, it can change quickly. That's the catalyst Worcester need. Kellaway comes out to join Smale. 2 boys from Newport.
So Kieran Carlson, 35 of just 24 balls. But they absolutely had to get a wicket in this over. Kellaway, the new man. Faces Usama now, and he's off the mark. No, he's not off the mark. He drives it straight to Isaac at short extra.
I've just done something I didn't want to, but I'm just checking DLS because it is dark.
It is very dark.
And you can see in the food village just across the way the bright lights from there and the difference.
Absolutely. Usama bowls.
Sharp.
And Kellaway plays a little reverse paddle. And he only gets 1. Really good fielding from Angry Adam.
Angry Adam. It is, but the DLS, we don't want it to come into play. We want a full game here.
54 for 1.
But it's something to keep an eye on for both sides. DLS score is 50, Glamorgan 54 for 1. Of course, that changes with every wicket that falls. And we're going to see Sikandar Raza from the Euro end. As we alluded to, Worcestershire fans now very familiar with this bag of tricks. Every ball is an event. You'll not get the same delivery twice in a row. Off breaks, knuckle balls, cross seamers. Those little Malinga-esque slingy deliveries as well. In he comes then. Kellaway on strike. It's pushed into the offside. Nice looking shot. They'll think about 2 and think better of it. It's Kashif out there doing the fielding. About as good a 2-ball innings as you could get from Kashif, wasn't it? It's a beautiful first shot, first up, over mid-on, through the line of the ball, and then a middle stump ripped out the ground as Sikandar is in again, down the wicket, just shimmers and tucks that into the leg side. I think about 2 again here, and they're going to go for it. They'll get it as well. And there were issues with the light yesterday, of course. If you didn't catch it, the floodlights kept failing down at Taunton, and it was down to DLS when they went off the final time in the final over, and Glamorgan were 1 run ahead of it. It's slapped away into the offside, bit of width offered by Sikandar. Dealing in 1s and 2s at the moment. It's an interesting one. Worcestershire obviously haven't played for a week. Glamorgan playing till late last night. 2 very different setups as that's squirted off the inside edge. Came down the wicket. It's a false shot. They'll take a run. Hands on heads from the Zimbabwean skipper. Bit of turn. It's just the off spinner. Quicker this time. Bowled him! And there's another breakthrough. We said 1 brings 2. Worcestershire have got another. It was a quicker delivery. Pushed through. And Smale has to go. The 2-set batsmen have gone. And just when we were pleading for a breakthrough, Frank, we've got 2.
Yeah.
And Worcestershire are back in the game.
And he was completely done for pace there. It was a very, very quick delivery, and Smale's gone for 18, and just as we saw actually in the Worcestershire innings, 2 new men at the crease at the same time as Henry Hurl comes out to join Ben Kellaway. 59 for 2. We approach the end of the 8th over. Worcestershire were 52 for 2 after 8.
Well, DLS has gone up to 61. I'll not keep going on about it.
No,
but it's something to keep an eye on.
Although actually, I think it might actually get a bit brighter in the next half an hour, but very, very dark at the moment. I saw Adam Hose a couple of balls before when that ball was swung out on the leg side. He thought it was coming to him down here in front of us at long on. Went off to deep backward square. Big wicket, that one, from Raza.
Well, Hurl makes his way out. I suspect playing against someone like Raza first up must be tricky. Just worked him behind square, thinks about a single. There's never a run there though. And the Worcestershire faithful can be heard now. Having something to cheer and clap will help keep them warm. Let's be honest, there's lots of big coats out. And after the glorious May we had, I'm the same, I wish I'd bought big coat, Frank. Our commentary colleagues are indoors. They have chosen wisely.
So, change of the bowling, and it's Adam Finch again. Now it is dark to face Adam Finch. He's coming on at the Diglis end, having gone for 18 in his first over. But the other night he went for 20 in his first over and then picked up
2 wickets in the over next, didn't he?
Yeah. And here he is now. Bowls and whipped away down to long leg by Kellaway for a single.
Length, isn't it? A bit straight, but a better length. He's bowling quick.
60 for 2. 109 more runs required. And 11 overs and 5 balls in which to get them if the light remains playable. Finch to Hurl. Bowls, and Hurl is hurried by that one. Plays it defensively off the back foot.
Well, Hurl, another
Monmouth
Cardiff
schoolboy.
boy, yeah.
Monmouth school, yeah. Steve James would have coached him there, I suspect.
So you're right about that homegrown talent, Frank. That's a bish.
It's gone a long way up. Waits underneath there, and he's caught it. Finch has struck. Very similar dismissal to one or two that we saw in the Worcestershire innings. The third wicket is down with the score on 60. Henry Hurl got inside it, got hold of it, but hit it straight up in the air.
Well, look, it's Adam Finch doing Adam Finch things, Frank.
Yeah.
It's expensive or he's explosive, and he's come back, bowled a better length. Bowled with real pace. But you're right, trying to face this sort of pace in these kind of conditions. Another wicket. And all of a sudden, the run rate is 9.5 required.
But who's here? Sean Dixon. Probably. Would it be fair to say that Sean Dixon is the most experienced and effective T20 cricketer on either side? In terms of batting? Probably, I think.
I mean,
yeah. Hose as well.
I was going to say
probably.
Hose is up
yeah.
there. In terms of
yeah.
effective, I mean, right now, yeah.
Anyway,
but this is this is altogether a rather different proposition
from last night, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he is a very, very, very fine cricketer.
But the energy in New Road again is ramping up, Frank.
Adam Finch then, the explosive and expensive Adam Finch into Dixon, bowls, and Dixon gives himself room, and Finch responds with a good delivery right in the block hole.
Ooh.
And he squeezes it out on the onside for a single.
Brett D'Oliveira is in a bit of bother here.
Shite.
Backing up from a shot at the stumps,
yeah.
And he's wringing his hands. I don't think there's any danger of us seeing him with the ball tonight, though, so...
no.
But that one hurt.
61 for 3. Callaway on 4, now on strike. Again, quick from Finch. A hook shot from Callaway that he got on top of. Almost took his eye off it by the look of it, but he gets a single. Good from Finch so far. Can he get out of the over without a boundary? He's gone for 3. 1 ball left. He's picked up a wicket. If he gets out of the over without a boundary, it's a very, very useful over for Worcestershire. And he does, because Dixon just clips it down to long leg for a single. Wait the fielder. End of the over. 4 from it. And the wicket. 63 for 3 off 9. At similar time, Worcestershire was 61 for 2. Not much in it.
Well, you could see that Kieran Carlson was frustrated with his dismissal. Didn't entirely seem necessary. He'll be feeling it a lot more now.
See Sikandar Raza carry on. I'm definitely hopeful that it's going to get a bit brighter.
I hope it gets a bit warmer, Frank, because this is
it's not going to get warmer.
Brutal.
It's definitely, the weather comes from the southwest. You know, the skies there are a bit brighter. I know it's late in the day to be talking about brightening up, but even so, as I say, even if it was a league game, you'd consider this one pretty tricky light.
Raza to Dixon, he just pushes that down the ground. Hales would do the fielding. Worcestershire now in a position where they don't mind singles at all. It's boundaries that hurt them. And from a Glamorgan perspective, they just need to try and build a partnership here. And, I've done a stint on my feet. Frank's standing up now too. Everyone's trying to stay warm and stay limber. Raza's in again. Chip to the air, should be out, and is. He's got another. And Worcestershire have 4. It's the 4th over in a row that Worcestershire have taken a wicket, and they are on a roll here. The tables have turned in a dramatic fashion. .64 for 4. Kellaway has to make way. And Glamorgan are in danger of turning this batting performance into a procession here, because it's so difficult to start on this surface. But you have to credit the Worcestershire bowlers here.
Yeah, well, you've got proper experience out there now, haven't you, for Glamorgan?
Yeah, Chris Cook
couldn't have a better pair at the crease.
Chris Cook back in the side after a night off yesterday. Still plenty of batting to come as well. Douthwaite and Neesham in the hutch, but yeah, he's been there and done it. Chris Cook, Glamorgan's longest serving player, made his debut 15 years ago.
Testimonial last year, the year before, I think. Same time as Joe Leach. Yeah. But as you say, not an easy time.
Raza into the new batter, Cook. And that's just cuts away, just off the gloves of Gareth Roderick. Just a single. But he's underway.
Is it me, or you can hardly see from where we are? It's very difficult, isn't it, really, to see clearly what's going on out there.
It's astonishing, really, how glorious May was, and just how the weather's turned. And it's there's the slingy Malinga style delivery, a bit too straight and just tucked off his legs.
Brilliant
but
fielding.
You're absolutely right. As the pigeons come and say hello again. Nearly parted your hair there, Frank, didn't it? Good job you've had it cut.
It would have nested in it before.
Well, Raza, he's pulling out his bag of tricks as well. So we've seen the slinger as well. That's the off break, the knuckleball. That's quicker and push down the leg side. There's going to be runs here, I think, either off the pad, maybe the face of the bat. Stopped just inside the boundary. It is off the pad. So leg buys it is, fired in. But it's not just a change of pace with Raza, it's the delivery point as well. So a bit of a rebuild required for Glamorgan as we approach halfway. Last ball of the 10th over. 67 for 4 the score. Required rate is now up to 10s. Full, floaty, left alone, dot ball. It completes another successful over from a Worcestershire perspective. Well, the end of the power play, 51 without loss. The following 4 overs, 4 for 16, a wicket in every over.
Yeah, the halfway point, Worcestershire 70 for 3, Glamorgan 67 for 4, so still not a huge amount in it, in that sense, but it's so dark. It really is.
The conditions are very much in Worcestershire's favour at this point. It's a good point. I think each time, really, Glamorgan have faced issues, even last night, 84 for 4, weren't they? They had lost a few wickets in clusters, but someone stood up. But it's a tough old ask.
I can't remember watching cricket here in light as bad as this, Jim.
No,
honestly, not.
And it's just not expected well, we're now in summer. It's astonishing, really, isn't it? Such low cloud cover, isn't it?
Adam Finch in the gloom bowls 2. And he's got his head in his hands as he's clipped away down to fine leg by Chris Cook for a single. So late did he play that? I think Finch thought he was through him.
It always makes me think of the test match was in Karachi, England-Pakistan. Do you remember Hussain and Thorpe out there? And Steve Buckner refused to take them off because Pakistan were trying to delay that test match. Yeah. And it was played in almost darkness.
68 for 4.
and the live stream isn't really doing it justice. It's what it's like here live.
Finch in, bowls, and gives himself room and slaps it away on the onside Dixon. That was the most un-Dixon-like shot, really. Got hold of it, but straight to mid-on. Diving stop by Isaac. Prevents any addition. Brett D'Oliveira goes to have a chat with the umpire. Wonder what they're talking about. They're talking about the light. Duckworth Lewis is 88. I think that's why they're going so mad at the moment. They're thinking Duckworth Lewis, aren't they?
Bowled!
Finch has bowled him. Big wicket for Adam Finch. Sean Dixon's gone for 4. And as you say, Jim, I think everything in terms of the conditions is in Worcestershire's favour now. The light is shocking. The score is 68 for 5. Duckworth Lewis is now 97. So basically, they don't have a choice, do they, Glamorgan, Jim? They've got to
they can't, because
this
this could end any time and they've got to go. And the thing is, it doesn't look like actually it's going to get any easier, but we'll see. But that's the 5 wickets in 5 overs.
The umpires are talking, but I think you're right. It's just kind of fallen into Worcestershire's favour, hasn't it? With them picking up the wickets when they did.
Well, I mean,
now they're so far behind on Duckworth Lewis that if they think, well, we'll try and get ahead on Duckworth Lewis, they've just got to go mad and they'll lose more wickets.
It's tricky, isn't it? Because at what point is Adam Finch bowling at the batters becoming unsafe? And that's the tricky bit. So is it a case of getting through Finch's overs before they pull him? I mean, it's... Can you even pull him in a T20? I mean, I don't even know...
If they take them off because it's unsafe, then
they have to all go.
Worcestershire win. Don't they? Because they're going off for bad light. So Worcestershire would win the game, I think.
Well, I mean, is there a context in T20 cricket where you're not allowed to bowl your fast bowlers, or did they just take you off? Because if it was a county championship game and they wanted to get it through, they'd say bowl spin, wouldn't they? But
yeah, but if you were ahead, you wouldn't bowl spin, would you? That's what I mean. So I don't know. It's a tricky one. Jimmy Neesham's the new man. Adam Finch into him, bowls, and Neesham just steers this down the offside. But it is ridiculously dark. The skies away to the west are brighter, but the cloud is so low and it isn't moving very much. And Finch in again, bowls, and that's a bouncer. Neesham has to duck it, but it wasn't particularly high. And it's the end of the over from Finch. Just 1 run came from that over. 68 for 5 off 11. And Duckworth Lewis is now 99. They're 31 runs behind on Duckworth Lewis. And the umpires are going to take them off.
Well, not seen this before, but it's a fair decision. Just watching that last over, Neesham trying to fend off Adam Finch bowling fast. The Glamorgan batters are protesting, of course they are, because they want this game played. They need to stay out there to have any chance of winning. As Frank said, they are well behind on Duckworth Lewis, 30 runs behind. But it's so dark, it's hard to imagine the context by which they can come off. But players' safety is paramount, Frank.
Yeah.
And it seems for a little while we're going to take a little breather.
Yeah, we've got to find out what the actual rulings are on this.
Well, I imagine they can take a break in the same way that you take a break for a rain delay, and they'll have to start reducing overs based on... It's just very difficult when it comes to the light. What we can say is a little bit earlier on, the women's Rapids were in action down in Kent, and they successfully defended 104 to win by 3 runs. Some heroics in the field. Worcestershire women struggling to post a total, but bowled and fielded brilliantly. A really impressive fielding unit they are. And they snuck home, despite the best efforts of former Women's Rapids player Hannah Hardwick, who took 3 wickets early on for the Spitfires. In terms of the Test match, well, that's moving on at a pace. England bowled out today for 226, thanks in no small part to former Worcestershire seaman Nathan Smith. He got himself in amongst the wickets in England's second innings. He took 6 for 70 in 70 overs, and in reply, well, New Zealand are in all kinds of bother. And it's another former Worcestershire seamer, Josh Tong, is in the wickets again. Atkinson has 2, Tong has 1. New Zealand 36 for 3 in reply. So that is a Test match that isn't going to go the distance unless the rain insists it does. And it's proven in that particular Test match at Lords that batting's rather tricky, and it's been really rather tricky here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of a breather. We're going to go and get ourselves a cup of tea, Frank, and warm our hands up a little bit. This is not June weather, I can tell you that for nothing. So Glamorgan 68 for 5 here at New Road. Still 101 runs away from victory with 9.1 overs to go. And we will take a little break, be back with you hopefully for the resumption of the Glamorgan replay. While the players are on the way back out, the officials are setting up stumps. We're not far away from a restart here. So thank you for sticking with us. Only a short delay. I don't think it's going to impact the amount of overs bowled. So should we just crack on with things? Why not?
It has got lighter, Jim, as I said it would. It has got
I tell you what, we should do this for a living, shouldn't we?
What, predict the weather?
Well, yeah.
You can do it. At this ground, 90% of the time it comes from over the top of the ladies' pavilion, and that's what's happened.
Well, we've seen a few deliveries being sent over the top of the ladies' pavilion in this innings, haven't we? Anything short's gone that way.
It's positively balmy now. Well, it's gone up to 12 degrees.
Well, thank you for sticking with the live stream. I'm Jim Dale, alongside me, Frank Watson. We're going to get back underway. There's one delivery left of the 11th over, which is going to be bowled by Adam Finch from the Diglis end. Glamorgan resume on 68 for 5, chasing another 101 runs for victory.
And he's bowling to Jimmy Neesham. Strides in, Finch, and bowls, and Neesham goes swing and a miss outside the off stump. End of the over from Adam Finch. So we've had 11 overs. Finch conceding just 1 run from that over, 68 for 5 at the end of 11. Worcestershire at the same time were 76 for 3. That's the extent to which the game has swung back in their favour. And Finch, having bowled his first over, went for 18, now has figures of 2 for 23 from 3.
2 for 5 from 2 overs. But there we are, Adam Finch doing Adam Finch things.
But it was, I think, in all fairness, in that period of darkness before they went off, everything went in Worcestershire's favour, didn't it? And at one point, when Dixon was out, he thought he was trying to get ahead of Duckworth Lewis.
Raza to continue from the new road end. That's in the air, and it's been picked up in the deep. In the air for a long time, but the trajectory was such that no one could get near it.
And so the innings was just derailed a little bit by that 4 or 5 over spell.
Yeah, well, we feel like it's a difficult wicket to get yourself in. You've got to earn the right to play shots, and as the wickets tumbled, the DLS score escalated. As the worse it got, the harder they had to hit out. So Glamorgan under real pressure, but Neesham and Cook still there. Douthwaite still in the hutch as well. As Raza comes round the wicket to the left-hander, looking for the reverse, doesn't get it though. Skip to start Raza's run up. It's fast this time. He has got the reverse away. It's going to get pulled up inside the ropes. It'll be a couple. Neesham's just making Raza wait here. Likes to get through his overs quickly. It's the off cutter. Just moves slightly away from the left-hander, and they'll take a single. So Neesham just looking to set himself. Cook will be doing the same, I'm sure, and just trying to set a platform to attack.
We just have a plan now.
But the run rate now north of 11.5. So again, anything that doesn't find the boundary, Worcestershire will be happy. And that's pulled away into the leg side. It's going to go out to the fielder on the, well, 2 bounces in the end. An early cry of catch hit, but there's never a realistic possibility. Little change in the field. Plenty of space on the leg side. But man out in the deep, looking for a sweep. Big appeal. Raza likes it. Umpire unmoved. They'll run a leg by. So 6 from it, not enough from a Glamorgan's perspective. Raza doing a good job for his side. He's in the wickets for his side as well. It's been a long time coming, Frank, but making an important contribution with the ball, the overseas star.
I'll tell you one thing about him. He doesn't half move well in the field for a man of his age, Sikander Raza. 38? He's 38 years old?
I think he's older than
Might
that now.
even be 40.
Yeah.
Extraordinary how he's a boundary rider. Can you? I mean, it's incredible how lithe and.
Yeah, we're pretty much the same age, and I can't get out the chair, Frank.
Osama Mir from the Diglis End Bowls, and this one's driven out on the offside by Neesham, well fielded by D'Oliveira.
But you're right, it covers the ground so well. It's super
amazing.
impressive.
Yeah, incredible. Neesham waits, Mir bowls, goes for the scoop, reverse scoop, gets hold of it. Nice shot, really well played. Got to be inventive, and he is. And he's got it away for 4. Gone a long way. Might have been a top edge, really, but he set himself early, got in position, and played that shot that 5 years ago we would have regarded as pretty extraordinary. No longer. Reverse scoop. And he gets a boundary. Goes to 7. 78 for 5. Food for thought for Osama Mir. He's in and bowls, and Neesham goes more conventionally with a slap on the leg side, but he only gets 1. It's good fielding from Adam Hose, running in from long on. 79 for 5. As you say though, really, not quite any ball that doesn't go to the boundary, but there's 2 boundaries and over even that can just about get away with. Every dot is an absolute gold dust for Worcestershire. 90 more needed to win. Osama bowls. Oh, big swing at that from Chris Cook. Missed it by miles, and it missed the off stump. Kept a bit low as well. Tom Taylor loosening up. Still got 1 left. Near bowls again, and another reverse, and again it's going to be 4. Cleverly played by Cook. See the spin on that ball as it came down towards us. It was spinning like a top on its way to the boundary. But it is a second boundary of the over. Having said they can get away with 2 boundaries and over, well, they've got 2 this over, and there's still 1 ball to go.
I mean, it's a shot with risks, though. If he doesn't get that right, he's absolutely plumb in front.
Osama Mir bowls, and Cook drives on the offside, and he'll just get a single. So that is the end of the over. 10 runs from it. 84 for 5 off 13, and a further 85 required from the final 7 overs. The first of which is going to be bowled from the new rear end by Tom Taylor, which is an interesting decision. Matthew Waite's bowled 2, Adam Finch has bowled 3, Sikander Raz has bowled 3, and Tom Taylor has bowled 3, and is about to bowl his 4th.
Well, we don't really see him at the death much these days, and I suppose they're thinking another good over here, another breakthrough.
He's bowled into Chris Cook, comes in now, Taylor and bowls.
It's just worked into the onside. It's a lot of work here for all. That's nasty, and I think he's in trouble here. It's that Finch who's just, yeah, he's in pain here. You can see a big divot come out the turf as he tries to slide and take it. His ankle, and that's something you really, really don't want to see. And of his size, running at that pace, suddenly stopping in the surface. All that weight, pressure on the joint, and Finch is in a lot of pain here. A man who knows all too well about injuries in the outfield, Adam Hose, nearby, offering a little bit of consolation. Hopefully it's just an ankle roll, Frank, but
yeah, it looked a bit worse than that, didn't it? He was at full tilt, wasn't he? And obviously studs got caught in the turf, pulled up a really large divot. And the fact, I think one of the interesting things is they were going to take 2 and they didn't. When they saw he stopped the ball, they were going to take 2
and they
wouldn't have taken 2 if he'd have picked it up, but he didn't. But when they saw that he was injured, they didn't take the second one, which I think was good sportsmanship and an indication of professionals' concern for their fellow, despite the fact that 20 minutes ago he was trying to knock their heads off in the dark.
Well, to do anything else just wouldn't be cricket, Frank, would it? That's the thing. It's again with all seriousness and aggression that which want to play the game.
Well,
there is a fraternity.
He's putting some weight on it. He's not going to carry on, but they've stood him up to help him off the field, and he's actually putting some weight on it. No, he's not. He's kind of, well, he is, but he's kind of half hopping. But it's only a one-man job to get him off.
Maybe a high ankle sprain, something like that, but we won't see Adam Finch again. He won't be bowling out.
And there's a trip to Bristol on Sunday, which is looking very unlikely, but hopefully for Adam Finch, it's not going to be serious enough for him to have a meaningful layoff. He's putting a bit more weight on it as he travels. So
we've got a sub on.
And we're going to have to shuffle his pack here, Brett D'Oliveira, because he's going to have to find some overs from somewhere. Finch only has 1 more to bowl, but Sama Mir, it's hard to know whether...
Ben Allison on as the sub. Oh, have we gone? You've gone. Oh, I haven't. Okay. Ben Allison is on as the sub, and Taylor is in to bowl to Neesham, who smashes that down the ground for 4.
Wow, flat batted and smoked. I'm back. I'd earned a Jack lead giving me grief, so did the technical thing and gave it a good whack with the palm of my hand, and I'm back in the game, so that's good. But yeah, he's going to have to come up with at least 1 over from somewhere. We might see a bit of Ethan Brooks at some point. His cutters and slower balls and everything else, Frank, might be well suited on this surface.
Yeah, they might actually.
So, Taylor into Neesham. It's a good full delivery. It's a swing and a miss. Ooze from the players, ooze from the stands here at New Road. I didn't miss by much. Neesham knows he's got to get bat on ball. Run rate up to 12.5. 6.5 overs remain. Game just slowing up after that injury. Again, it's full. He's clothed that. It's gone down the ground. There's no danger of being caught. They might come back for 2, though. The miss hit. But Adam Hose fielding. Again, everything well appreciated here from this home crowd. Worcestershire know the importance of trying to get over the line here. Really competitive division they're in with a new format of the T20 Blast. They're coming up against the Glamorgan side, banging form. Cook then on strike, 86 for 5. In comes Taylor in his final over. And that's clubbed away. That's going to beat the man in the deep. Cash can't get around, that's 4. Freed his arms, quick bat speed as well. Just crunched away. So Taylor's return is going to be an expensive one. In he comes, last delivery, and just played down the ground. Hose is back in action. They'll just take a single to the former Warwickshire man. And that completes the 14th. 95 for 5, the score. 12 from that over. A couple of powerfully hit Drives one straight down the ground, one to the offside. So Taylor wicketless, but his first spell particularly, Frankie, was absolutely on the money, really mirroring what Van Houten did for Glamorgan. 6 overs to go, 74 runs required. These two batters now set. Cook 15 from 11, Neesham 13 from 13.
Well, you called it right, Jim. Ethan Brooks is going to bowl that missing over. His curious mix of dibbly-dobblers and off-cutters and knuckleballs and slower balls. He's had a good season with the ball in red ball cricket, just doing a little bit of bowling because fifth seamer. Hasn't bowled in T20 yet, I don't think.
Well, he didn't finish last year's campaign quite so well with the board. He started very well.
Started with the dot. And again now bowls. And that one is hit up to long on and is going to be caught. And is caught by Isaac Mohammed. So he's got a wicket. Chris Cook's gone. Ethan Brooks strikes. And Glamorgan are 95 for 6.
Well, when the run rate's 12.5, you've got to find the boundary early in the over to try and take the pressure off. Try to take that man on. Long on just didn't get enough of it. Brooks into the attack and into the wickets. He was particularly effective at the start of last campaign. We had 3 matches in a row to start the campaign with exactly the same bowling figures. 4 overs, 1 for 26, if memory serves. And got figured out a little bit towards the back end of the campaign. Good to see him with the ball in hand in this campaign. And we have a wicket second ball. Again,
Southwaite in. He won't be hanging around.
Well, he's not inclined to be cautious, and the conditions and the situation calls for him to be exactly what he is, and that is a striker of a cricket ball, aggressive player. These two, you feel, really are the last hope for Glamorgan here. 2 recognised batters that can clear the boundary rope.
Big full toss from Brooks. Just going to get a single.
I think if you're going to bowl that to Douthwaite, bowling it first delivery turn might not be the worst outcome. I think an over later, and he's climbing into it.
Run rate is over 13 now. And the left-handed Jimmy Neesham is on strike. Ethan Brooks 3 on the leg side boundary, bowls. Neesham heaves it away to the leg side boundary. He's only going to get a single though, as Tom Taylor fields nicely in front of the pavilion.
Got it up in the block hole, didn't it? Couldn't get underneath that.
2 deliveries left in the 15th. Carlton 35, Smale 18, Hurl 0, Callaway 5, Dixon 4 and Cook 15, the men out. Brooks bowls and another dot ball as he takes the pace off it, and Douthwaite tries to hit it away on the leg side and can't get hold of it. And that's a good over from Ethan Brooks. Just 2 runs coming from that over, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
97 for 6.
Yeah, really effective. Well, and Mears bowled a couple of overs, but has been expensive. So Brooks might have a bit more to do than just fill in for Adam Finch's missing over. And if you're going to bowl, well, you can't really beat getting a wicket in your second delivery. Going for 2 in the over. It's a pretty good place to start with things.
Matthew Waite's loosening up though. The only bowler that's completed then, Tom Taylor, 4 overs, no men, no wicket for 25. But that's a real bonus from Brooks to come on and bowl over number 15 for just 2 runs. Was there a
Miscounted,
miscount?
There was a miscount, wasn't there?
Well, by everybody, because they stopped as well, didn't they? Oh well, so he went for 3 runs, so I beg your pardon. I think they stopped because Douthwaite, in trying to heave that ball away on the leg side, he hit his helmet and they had to do the helmet protocol. And Neesham took his gloves off and went for a wander, and everybody thought it was over, including half the fielders, I think. Sikander Raz is going to bowl at the New Road end. It'll be interesting. The run rate is now 14.2 required. 71 runs required to win.
Well, when it gets to 13 plus, it's fire sale time. Everything must go. And Raza, 2 for 13 from his 3. Chance here for him to add to his wickets tally. But these two are going to go after him. 5 overs remain, 71 required. In comes Raza then. Crunch down the ground. Fielder in play. Good work from Ethan Brooks. Just a single. Again, well appreciated. Well, rather like Friday last, Frank, it's not a high-octane game of cricket.
No, it's been a funny game.
But and Worcestershire...
sorry.
So Worcestershire feel like they're in control at the moment. Neesham will have other ideas, of course. And again, club down the ground. Again to Brooks. Again, it'll be a single. As the 100 comes up for Glamorgan.
I was going to say, if you're a Glamorgan supporter, you might well feel, with some justification, actually, that this has been a bit of an unsatisfactory game of cricket, really, from their point of view. Partly because of the conditions.
Raza in again. That's up in the air. Chance for another wicket here. And taken. Good catch from Tom Taylor. Well, Douthwaite looked to absolutely launch it into the Graham Hick Pavilion. Didn't get all of it. And we've seen some good catching in the outfield. Tom Taylor there under that one.
Yeah, and what I mean is you can't really blame Worcestershire. They lost the toss, they got put into bat. They did their best, and they can't control the weather. But given the way that the light went in the run chase, let's not forget that Glamorgan were 51 without loss at the end of the power play.
I mean, I think it's been relatively tricky to bat throughout.
It worked against them, I think.
But there was that half an hour period where it was really gloomy, and they lost 5 wickets in 5 overs, didn't they?
But you can't put it all down to that.
No, I was going to say they also they won the toss and made their choices. They knew what the weather forecast was,
exactly.
And you can argue that although it's unfortunate for them, it is absolutely of their choosing.
Yeah, there's different ways to look at it, but it's not been a as you said earlier, a T20 in the middle of June or early June, you'd expect it to be, lovely sunny evening and runs galore, wouldn't you?
You can't legislate for the extremity of what we saw, but they did choose it. In comes Raza again, and it's down the leg side. Good take from Roderick.
How long were they off? I reckon 15 minutes for bad light.
There or thereabouts, yeah.
Probably say on MV Player, isn't it?
Raza in again. Yes. Cut away.
13 minutes.
Man out in the deep will do the work. It'll be a single. So McAndrews off the mark. Former Sussex pace bowler. Still 67 required. 102 for 7 the score. Neesham 15 from 15. He's on strike now. Round the wicket is Raza. And that's skewed up in the air. It could be another one. And it is another one. Well, he's waited a while to get into the wicket column from a Worcestershire perspective. But now he has 4. And the Glamorgan resistance is crumbling as the Zimbabwe all-rounder, well, It's catching practice at the moment. Bit of flight, slower delivery, gripped in the surface, took the edge. And Jimmy Neesham, whose heroics yesterday saw his side over the line, well, it was always going to be a tough ask. And it's almost an impossible one now from a Glamorgan perspective. Run rate over 16. And Raza with just one ball left of his spell. 4 wickets, just 17 runs. Van der Hooten's on strike. Raza, last ball of his spell. Oh, was there a nick on that? There's hands on heads behind the wicket. Regardless, it brings to the end an end to Raza's fantastic bowling spell. 4 overs, 4 for 17. And as the clouds clear, Frank.
Yeah.
It was something that I didn't want to bring up on this broadcast. I think we're now at a point by which is going to be reasonably safe. Is that last year we went through 3 months of win-loss, win-loss, win-loss with Worcestershire and couldn't put back-to-back wins together. It's looking increasingly likely that they started this season with win-loss, win.
Yeah. Usama Mir to bowl over number 17 from the Diglis end. His first ball is cut, and that will go for 4.
Good looking shot, isn't
Short. Chased by Tom Taylor, but not going to get after that. So 102 for 8 at the start of the 17th.
It's not over. Of course it's not over, but this is an important fixture from a Worcestershire perspective. They go to Gloucestershire on Sunday, then it's Northants away, and that little cluster of games before a short break in the format.
Usama Mir bowls and McAndrew hammers this one away on the offside.
Stacking wins is really important because it's going to be tough to qualify.
They go to Northampton, and it is not a happy hunting ground for Worcestershire in T20. Well, Northampton started like a house on fire as well, haven't they? And they, as they did last year, they looked a fantastic side when they played here the other day. And that's not an easy one, so to win this one and win at Bristol would be good news. And that's another wicket as Van der Hooten goes back to a ball that he shouldn't have gone back to, and it skids on and bowls in middle stump as he heaves across the line. So it's almost over now, 107 for 9, and Usama Mir picks up his second wicket. So,
well, the duck noises are ringing out across the public address system. It's it's the modern way. Feel a bit mean. Feels a bit mean, Frank.
Yeah, I haven't. It's not something I've noted at Worcester before, actually. The duck sounding. But he's a big tough Aussie. He won't bother.
Yeah, he's a brave little soldier. Well, Glamorgan comes to the crease.
I don't think any of us saw this sort of a margin in the offing when Worcestershire got their first innings score of 169. But it looks like it's going to be wrapped up fairly comfortably as Usama bowls and Gorvin just tickles him round the corner for a single. And Glamorgan, as I say, they were undone by that spell of gloom and that horrible collapse from 51 without loss to 68 for 5. And since they've gone back out there, it was just too big an ask, wasn't it, really? Usama Mir bowls, and McAndrew reverse scoops him down to the boundary for 4.
Bit more flight on that, wasn't there? Slower delivery, able to get into positions. Good shots. But look, Worcestershire will want to wrap this up, Frank, because it's going to be tight and net run rate's going to matter. And after, we've mentioned that, and we can draw a line under it now with what looks like back-to-back victories following it, the heavy defeat against Northants, that run rate is needs all the help it can get.
Turned away on the leg side for a single, this one, by McAndrew, who now has 11, and he's capped the strikes. The end of the over, 113 for 9. So 11 from that over, and the required run rate is 18. 56 runs required to win off the last 3 overs. Not impossible, but improbable.
It's more likely that Joe Tromans forgives me for saying he's middle-aged, Frank. Neither are going to happen. Anyway, Matt Waite back into the attack. He's got 2 overs left. He'll hope he doesn't have to use them. McAndrew on strike. In comes the Yorkshireman. And, club down the ground. Hose is in the action. He'll take a single.
He's not even taking a single.
Oh, is he not? He's farming the strike.
He's
well, why
farming
not?
the strike. What on earth is that about? He's going to hit 6s.
I think if there were time, you could consider farming the strike. But when everything needs to go for 6, well... In comes Waite then. Club down the ground. It was worth the wait. He smashed it for 4. Well, McAndrew's set his stall out. He's going to do this on his own, and he's going to go down swinging. But that was a very handsome shot. White then on his way back in to McAndrew. Oh, that's dickish. They just missed the stumps. Just a bit flat-footed. Good full delivery though from Matt Waite. Part of his game that's come on nicely. It's why he's getting responsibility at the back end of innings. In all fairness, it's something all fast bowlers and medium fast bowlers should be able to do. In comes Waite once more. Slashed away. That's going to be... It's going to go all the way. It is. He's got plenty of that. Well, McAndrew, no mud with the bat, and he's decided this is going to be last man standing. He's going to throw the bat at everything. 21 from 9 deliveries. Heaved away. He's got plenty of that as well. That's been absolutely launched. He's having fun out there, McAndrew. The Rapids crowd are going quiet, Frank. The required rate is still at 18.5. There's no need to panic, but wow.
Yeah, Matthew Waite's not got that where he wanted to get it, I don't think. It's in the slot, really. Sikandar Raj is going over to have a chat with him now. Have a little suggestion about where to bowl it, I think. Captain, as you say, of Zimbabwe. Plenty of experience with these sort of situations.
Well,
pace off, I reckon, is the answer.
I think that's a good shout, Frank. 40 required. 13 deliveries. Full. That'll do. He'll take a single though, and he'll keep the strike.
17 for that over.
So 2 overs remain. 39 to win. That is not... And that's not an impossibility by any stretch. Being 9 down makes it rather tricky, especially when McAndrew is trying to do it on his own. But we've seen a fantastic display of hitting And why not? A couple of 6s and a 4 in that over. And look, it's not been easy for a lot of top order batters to get the ball over the boundary rope. But it might well be the best conditions for batting about now, Frank, oddly.
It's a lot brighter than it was, wasn't it?
As we approach 20-9.
It's a lot brighter than it was.
All fun and games. Summer Mir is going to take the ball for the penultimate over from the Diglis end. McAndrew, well, he's just going to try and smack it, isn't he?
Let's see what happens then. Here is Usama. He bowls. His first ball is quick, and Gareth Roderick takes the ball down the leg side. One bail will do, Gareth.
I think he missed it first time round, went back for another go, didn't he?
He's uprooted the leg stump completely. I'm not sure if he missed it or if it was just. I have to have a look on the replay. Was it just a bit
wrong-footed himself? Oh, it was a fumble, wasn't it?
It wasn't a wide. It was between the batter and the stumps, but he'd given himself so much room. Anyway, it's a dot. Second ball is heaved up to long on. They'll take one if they come back for 2 against the throw of substitute Ben Allison. They'll be taking a risk, but they don't. So McAndrew has lost the strike, much to his chagrin. And the run rate is now over 22. Gorvin, well, he's got it. Well, they might just have said, do I try and whack it or do I get a single? The answer is, I try and whack it.
What a shot that is!
Well, inside out, through extra cover, 4 runs. Beautiful shot. So,
well, I suppose the situation determines your approach, so your decision's already been made, but that's a very pretty shot from a number 11 batter.
Yeah, but it was a proper cricket shot.
Yeah.
He's not set himself to try and clear the ropes. Usama, what will his response be? Well, he's maybe tried to be a bit too clever there, the batter, because he's gone for the reverse switch hit, and he's maybe not skillful enough to have pulled it off, and he made no contact, so it's a dot. Usama again in to Gorvin. Fuller, and he squeezes this one out square on the offside for a single. 136 for 9 then, and 1 ball left in the 19th. Usama bowls, and McAndrew smashes it straight down the ground for 4. So, kept it alive, 140 for 9.
29 required off the last over.
10 off the over. 20 required off the last over. 29 required off the last over. Not impossible.
Well, look, I mean, fair play. Fair play to McAndrew, particularly.
He's on strike, is he?
No, he's not. Gorvin's on strike, but he's done his absolute best to take this deep as possible.
Now bowling the final over from the new road end, number 6, Matthew Waits.
I'm sure in his ear he's got Brett D'Oliveira saying, full and straight please, Matthew. 140 for 9. I mean, despite the difficulties that Glamorgan have faced in that awkward half-an-hour period where it was just so dark, those late boundaries from Waite and Mir, the back end of the Worcestershire innings, are really coming back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Into focus right now, because without that flurry of 6s, well, we could be looking at a run-a-ball final over.
Well, he's basically 28 off 5. It's got to be 5 6s, isn't it? Simple as that. Not impossible. Matthew Waite hit 5 6s in the last over of a T20 game himself 2 years ago.
Folkloric as he Edgbaston, yeah. That's full, it's straight, big shout. Umpire says no. It may not be out, but that dot ball still kills the game as a contest. It was realistically it was done a few overs ago, but you've got to hand it to McAndrew and Gorvin for putting up a fight. It's going down leg side, but only just.
Good decision.
So Worcestershire are going to come away with the victory. Can they wrap it up a few deliveries early? In comes, and he can, because he's bowled him. Matthew Waite goes full and straight, and he ends the contest. Worcestershire go back to back. 2 wins out of 2 at New Road, and the fans who are, let's face it, a little bit cold. It's been a little bit dark. It's not been a classic summer's evening, but Worcestershire have comfortably won against an impressive Glamorgan side. They've had the favour of the weather in that particularly awkward period of 35 minutes or so, where it was just so gloomy and dark and difficult for batting, but you've still got to get the job done, and Worcestershire have done that. Matt Waite finishes it off with the ball after some lusty blows in the back end of the Worcestershire innings with the bat, with the help of the son of Amir. And, well, Frank, look, we didn't really see this coming, did we? We weren't expecting, after 168 from Worcestershire, that this would be a comfortable home win, but here we are.
We weren't. I do have sympathy for Glamorgan, as I said, given that the way the weather changed in that innings, it made life extremely difficult for them, but they did get off to a very good start. They were 51 without loss after the power play, and it was that period thereafter of overs of 3, 5, 4 and 4 and 1 where they lost a wicket in each of those that killed the game. But fair play to Worcestershire, they can't control the weather. They recovered well, got those runs at the end to get themselves up to 160, and it was a pretty good bowling performance as well. And as you say, back-to-back wins. Worcestershire 3 wins from 4, and they go to Bristol on Sunday with hopes of making it 4 from 5, and that will give them a real incentive to go to Northampton and produce something a bit better than they did last time they faced the Steelbacks. So Glamorgan back down to earth after last night's exploits. It's a fickle game, but at the end of this one, Worcestershire have come out on top.
Well, skipper Carlson made 35, Smale 18, 51 for none at the end of the power play, looking in really good shape. It all fell apart after that. Only McAndrew really made a meaningful score, making 33 with those heavy hitting towards the end of proceedings. Raza 4 for 17. Really good to see him in amongst the wickets, making a difference. It's why you invest in overseas stars like him, Frank. So he'll feel a lot better about life after that showing with the ball.
Yeah, I thought he bowled beautifully. Finch, also the bowler that interestingly stands out. 3 overs, no maidens, 2 for 23. Went for 18 in his first over, and he's taken 2 for 5 after that, which is extraordinary. A remarkable game of cricket in many ways. As I say, if I were a Glamorgan supporter, I might feel that it was not entirely a satisfactory game of cricket, but we can't do anything about the weather.
Well, Finch had to leave the field of play after a nasty looking ankle injury, so I doubt we'll see him in Bristol. So hopefully he can get himself right and get himself back in action sooner rather than later. We might well see the likes of Ben Allison deputise for him in due course. But it just leaves me to say, on a rather chilly but satisfactory summer's eve here at New Road from a Worcestershire perspective, thank you for spending the time with this live feed. Well, the next one will actually be for the England Lions. I won't be there for it, but Frank Watson will be looking after you on Sunday. And the next Rapids live feeds and games here at New Road won't be till the end of this month, and then going on into July as well. But for the time being, thank you for your time, thank you for your company, and we will see you again soon.